I can't with that.
The Fagina way you said you. After post Fagino, anyone go you.
Yeah, it has been
after Alex Ferguson and then my Giagusa.
That's very.
Your name will bear 10 coaches in it and still counting. So now your result now.
To be very honest, Rich, when you look at Manchester United, I think that it's time that Manchester United move away from the thoughts and plans of Sir Alex Ferguson, because more compare more to what Sir Alex Ferguson has done, which was good. But Alex Ferguson was giving time.
Yeah.
About
20 years.
Yeah, he was giving time to build. Yes, after the third year, yes, now the English Premier League is more competitive. Again, time and now Sir Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson, or Manchester United. No, it was him and no many sporting directors. Just a few people took the decisions. But now United are Jason Wilcox and Oman Barada, who are the sporting directors, who have come in and have not succeeded. There was Dan Ashworth to Ja Okoye. It's important for United fans to be patient. To be very honest, my cousin what happened say, yes, the numbers of Ruben Amorim was bad, but some midfield, Rich, you find me fourful. Ugat, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Mainoo. Rich, say Ubo Ugata. Is Ugat the kind of player that gives you, even so compare him to even Nottingham Forest 4-6 in Joachim Anderson, no. Carlos Baliba. Exactly. Exactly. That is why I have a problem with the sporting directors. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, but in and around that time, when you look at that, you need to do proper recruitment. And it's in the summer, then the PM catcher said, I wasn't up for the idea of paying money to go and bring in Benjamin Sesko. When you have in Bomo a 20+ Premier League proven goal scorer, plus Cunha, also means you goals. You don't spend the money on Sesko. You spend that money on a midfielder. So, it is always easier to blame coaches. Oh, coach, yes, Ruben Amorim numbers, and yet it's bad. Because Ruben Amorim has even performed worse than David Moyes and performed here. The Manchester United conversation is deep-seated. Do you remember, say, Abra David Moyes, Beji Manchester United at Jumano? Before then, Sir Alex Ferguson had met up with Pep Guardiola, Energy Again Club. Both of them refused the job. For Pep, it was about choosing the right job for his career progression. We're free buying, what's in the Kakra. And the two Manchester jobs in the house.
Of course, sabbatically.
Yes. In Canada, time, no, Upe. The bigger Manchester job at the time, it was United. Now, and you City have saying United in terms of the recent success. No, now Manchester United. Who was Man City? Then another Man City. Champions League, no can semi-final. I could be playing. So they were not on the level of United. However, because of Sir Pep, he said, okay, me check him. I'm sporting directors. Me kwa. I'm me time. You better Pep's first season, where did he finish? But they were patient with him, and then he built.
And a deep bremo. And I drew into the Monday edition, and now Yatana said for I would have won some some name and then some Yabwa running in the day. Abraham said, they would know. And a Pebiani Yatana, I garbage from dear kind. Echo aye amanene or the common in the bar. Na yabefie na fisina abobo ni nano yetimi ade abramo awo dwumadie ne som so sound trim radio na yentam na atweben aye radio no fatu insha 104.5 sanso and obetimi akọ media no so social media as in YouTube na ahonso no wakọ aye insha TV na also wetimi aye part of the show Brian Tenas na edi dwumadi no enso edi ebrahod de okọ abetimi do message no aka wo yekoba atie for messages amode abani na no ya bekenkan enso etimi edi amamo na so de na no weekend we na aye weekend of football na football games na doso papa Spanish Super Cup na Clasico final na atie for the tennis Barcelona MCC Manchester Madrid dia so mo show ma di trophy dia amon say dam rekra amasa cha Real Madrid e obi man so ashome kamiensa ama Real Madrid ateka ne mienu etimi kase Barcelona asan age the Spanish Super Cup at the SC Omona so uko England this weekend omobo FA Cup na Chelsea coach Efensa Liam Eriksen obon the first game dia Chelsea oshay yankwa kobo bia dia ko urade nyakopon Manchester United the bang Manchester United etifie ama Brighton and Hove Albion ebe trying to come you ama Manchester United etika no baako. Of course the other games in the no you say garbage from the urema ebedi nkomo and so at the free ho na AFCON so no said the this weekend na a quarter final the tiene Algeria at home and Nigeria to come you amo NTV anti and defending champions Ivory Coast amso trama Egypt e coming sa Ivory Coast etika no ayemienu say semi final no a set on Wednesday the tennis so me from Senegal ambabo aye Egypt na nanyumre no ngotwe Nigeria and so abo omaya e from Morocco the host a nation and so honsamo ha ni na na tiefo ye de betum anim awo dwumadie no so yesa ma keka say ono na caretaker adwuma no ebia amene dwumadie no be ma na yeso ye sign ole gonna social and so honsamo ha tiefo ye bedi ni na awo dwumadie so Ghana Premier League this weekend na week 18 na atiefo Asante Kotoko tifie and the Brekum Charles will be antimi anchebi na ne ne pon game no kan zito se nyame anim why disappointed on the boys in no wie na no and supporters there coach wa onya de wabon ese ye pamon o karim zito onya de kra supporters ne ga and so on some ha atiefo ye be san come na hands of folk let's go Mali wayo secure mo 3 points na and also ye the honsam adeba awo aye dwumadie no so and in some outro na nyame ya adoma so so Saturday 1st of this month and aye fitness walk no ye de shisha so awo Kumase City mo Yakoba na ma be kan SMP ade a chance akodi bronya so akori nam no ani ade am yemu aye yedu edumra o se yetimi shake it off sa aye srade na ya don ni na ho na bibia timi ya kama ademanti yami adoma fitness work ne yakoba na maka munsam atimi adi achamo this how many more in Shaman 4.5 yakoma ne niaba
to Joe Hart to Honor. He took Joe Hart out, brought in Claudio Bravo, still also on Claudio Bravo, changed Claudio Bravo later on because the sporting directors understood him.
With
time they had to go. Guy Kilichi, Lescott, all of these people were not fit under him. Which, when you look at that time as it stands now, City is a much more advanced club and an open model club in Europe. And Manchester United is bigger than City on a commercial level and marketing level. But you will not say City is a club that's not well run than Manchester United. City is better run. Or one of the best academies. In fact, I say to Chelsea as one of the best academy in England, or the best coach in the Premier League. On what since the coach has been there. Oh, we are or commanding the best players. Champions League and training GB. It is longevity, coach, sporting directors, analysts, data science team that are all in tandem and going in the right direction and want to go there. Football those days when Sale Segerson, me pay and one on and you go and no. United has to move on from that shadows. And that is why me and all. Look at the Manchester United post-mortem. I will look at the sporting directors first even before Ruben.
I think Monday now.
Yeah.
Monday or Tuesday me kai. Say, me no be a drink. I'm a room pam no me no be a drink. A long overdue grab.
Yeah.
Because with the numbers now no the mine. Yeah. But so when Manchester United team into the
yeah.
I mean that the sporting directors almost what more no your mind. Question home.
There is a lot of question.
Because NTV must say one club.
Yeah.
Now for the past 5 seasons.
Yeah.
A problem is striker.
Yeah.
The biao and yes I'm Kotobi by NTV fix that problem.
You can imagine.
And I do my best out to
which even with respect to
yeah, now also the Koto striker
yeah, in your say buy no. Say in your say to Ten Hag and in your say buy. ye baba say say kaketu bi nkomo pamo Ten Hag in the middle of the season and Ten Hag koje sa FA Cup no okoje FA Cup no ye call sama me nim say okaya Ten Hag na be ka kire say no otene ya achimu e Monaco. That is where he had a knock on his door. Na what's his name, Ratcliffe and then Nkofo, who had come and they told him that they will extend his contract. You remember that story?
Sure.
Because every Manchester United fan thought that Ten Hag was going to go. Rich, why am I Ten Hag and co? And now I'm Ten Hag best start season. After the season, if you know from Ten Hag, you sack Ten Hag, then you go to Sporting. So because decision making in the more than Asho Tefi Manchester United. Because Wilcox and then Berada, who had that Manchester City link, were interested in bringing in Ruben Amorim. Because not only say who go Vienna, every free Sporting, Abba City, or by any of the Amorim Nebeba. It's any fast and go for Amorim. There was a picture where Wilcox himself and Berada were in Manchester Airport, sat in a plane, went to Sporting and convinced the young man. Rich, sad time at Sporting, now Ruben on Yadi. Can anybody dispute Ruben's job at Sporting? No, sir, Pep Guardiola win your Manchester United, Manchester Champions League, up 3 goals. So what happened? Can we just say Nipona no yadi even the Champions League automatic? Or Manchester United now wabon? No, maybe he's not getting the material. I remember since that time, Ruben Amorim kept on pushing, say, oh, Mpeso Beba in the middle of the season, and on what make his statement, he said, so maybe one man, a son who cry and maybe him. So he had to take it as a young man, Rich, and then you see, who is in this world, in his rightful mind? He been here to Liam Rossonero. I was so Kasabe, but no, he was not new. The Chelsea job in January, 41-year-old Englishman. Hey, you see, I will explain something to you about Liam and Nhyira or Kasasano.
Okay.
When you see him, you put a bit in your Chelsea. You go and you convince Amorim to come. Amorim will be fed in the middle of the season. You see your one half season and try and error. Why summer buy players for Amorim. I want to mean because Anna right now one of the reasons why I can't conclude on whether it's the sporting director or the coach is that I don't know the exact connection between how much power they give coaches in buying players. Because Ukachemsa Amorim ne kache wo cosmos of Benjamin Sesko. Then it means Amorim Nangazano crowd will image more. Manchester United
Amorim they not go pay.
Oli Watkins, yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah. No, Oli Watkins no.
Yeah.
And we must know Vivell Monso so Omani Benjamin.
Yeah, Christophe Vivell, yeah. Yeah,
Vivell. The uncle first Sesko Mumra and he's young.
Yeah.
The numbers and so
yeah.
Germany is okay.
Yeah.
In the uncle fan and don't move so between us problem. And the baby the Ababi.
You see, I kept on saying that. Give Rasmus Højlund. Because what to Mbwemu, what to Cunha. Rasmus Højlund need team number 10.
It was executed.
It's money almost some more one season game. No first can cut made for that. I mean, I don't know, but again, this looks like common sense to me.
Okay.
I don't know how people who make this much I experienced. We came to sing the songs of Omar Beradamo and the job that they had done at City as a COO. The chief operating officer of Manchester City. But you come to Manchester United and you dwindle. Rich, into Makona and the Mama Pamo, Amorim Biemo Park in Fifi, season in Fifi, or say Oka Kofa, Ole, and a Carrick. Unless it is interim, send your Mokano.
I'm so to the end of the season.
Because if you appoint a permanent coach today, you are repeating the same mistakes.
Yeah.
It's the same mistake that you're repeating. Into Momo say, me, I like Ole as an interim coach. Because Ole is pragmatic. And again, he's part of United for no. Ebe shati up Garim Neville, Mono Mokasa Bebre and put pressure on Manchester United. No, it will allow Manchester United to float to the end of the season. When you finish that in the summer, make sure the coach now they what to players or power. No? Then give them time. Me, I am a big believer in time with respect to coaches, and that is what takes me to Rich. At the end of Liam Rossonero, he knows exactly what he's doing. He is not just talking. It's so when Liam Rossonero, say not here. And I have a feeling that he has done his homework. And you know, yes, I didn't know. Because, one, the fact is that Liam comes from a family where media people, in fact, before Liam ever became Strasbourg, na oye number 1 e BBC okokoya analysis 2019 time at Chelsea kofa Mauricio Sarri by Liam Resenu and Baba the pre-match analysis of who Sarri is, the predictions spot on. Again, almost answer money by every time Baba analysis every time. So he is good. But also because ne papa Leroy Resenu, and I've said it several times, also Premier League TV, ne papa a pandit also. And then if you watch Premier League TV and you watch the preview of games, who wants any papa Leroy Resenu at all? Or ne papa maybe a black person more than him. Because his father played also in England, they like to talk about the game. Which, what is the worst that will happen to Liam Wilson after 1.5 years? And yes, sack. So why would he come and say that, oh, me here time? At the end, I'm fire bepamu. I'm fire bepamu. Forget the 5.5 years contract near the man. I'm far. He will go. Either he will go or the club will sack him. Share and Rubin Amorim videos on Manchester. He's enjoying life. So I have a feeling that Liam is coming in and he's realized that okay. And then a Chelsea situation is here. Chelsea fans confidence of Formebois. Chelsea players no confidence of Formebois. Okay, then let me go the tangent of 2 coaches who have been successful at Chelsea. Jose Mourinho, Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel, sweet talker. Onimye, obe come and I offer. Obe can say, hey, you coach way, you Filino, or can't say me because Rich. Football in the media space is about marketing. You want the fans to believe in you because immediately the fans begin to think that. My example with Enzo Maresca. Abraham Maresca, you miss and say, "Wait, you league no can say you're crying to me." What were people saying? I'm so ambitious. Hey, we in Chelsea team, you need Drogba, G-League, and then you also see team G-League. The people start saying, "Oh, coach, on your was on team why." So what Liam Rosseno is saying is that, and when you listen to the exact words at all, he is very specific. He said something along the lines. He said, to be a consistent winning team, and that was the problem with Enzo Maresca. Okobo Barca no Arsenal, no about against Arsenal. No least Akoshe 3-0, no consistency. So he is saying that the problem is also with Chelsea to finish 3 games in a row, 5 games in a row, 6 games in a row. When I'm done, I'll come to the bridge between the Casano and the Human Obeyano. So he's identifying that.
But with this current Chelsea players, some consistency will be because relatively these are young players. Avena, almost where you be that, almost do top level. Yeah. What I say? So we are Chelsea fan. I think that maybe I'm more coaches now. In Chelsea to be more consistent result.
What's it? We phone also, and we screen also. You see the message Chelsea fans bring to you. Yeah. The average fan doesn't care about that. I've been a victim of that. Medina checked several times. But the fun is
not fair to the coaches.
You see, that is the thing.
I'm chair coaching. I'm taking and I'm two players are fair now. If you say
that's fair, it's your money time and I'm making. But the fan is not interested in that. The fan is interested in winning. So the goal of Liam Rosseno ASCC is to give the fans confidence. Send the mayor, say Chelsea boys no effort phone. Echo Stamford Bridge. And question Enzo Maresca, the fans and supporting boys no park. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. He has a specific goal of instilling confidence in the Chelsea fan base and also the players. Rich, no can say the players they watch these things. Enzo Fernandez, Moise Caicedo, Rhys James. ABN is when they will show respect to him. But in their mind, they'll ask questions. This guy, who is he? They know why. Yeah, I understand. Andre Santos and Nhyira Juma Peno because we killed you so good. But tomorrow can don't question them in their heads. Okay. It's in your Liam press conference or it is also to tell Rhys James, hey, Charlie, you coach, I saw your top, hey, Ojini. Then Jose Mourinho or see Jose Mourinho about let's say in this and Gabi Catcher or see no Stamford Bridge at Chelsea players then here day or Michael Essien and Moody to let them feel like you bet me my ball which only say and say Arsenal. Means after this game Chelsea about Arsenal. I say hey, I live for it. I can't wait for that night. I want to be there. I want them to say, hey, senior. How the energy go hit me so to watch your my game. But you see, you think about it and you realize that Liam has a goal.
Yeah. Man, I love it in the mentality.
Now, every Chelsea fan will hope So now he has brought hope to them. Jurgen Klopp did that for Liverpool.
Okay.
He brought hope. The bridge between talking and then delivering results.
Okay. Me no have it.
And
my cousin and co-parking so.
Yes, a do the ma. Utimi kwasha. Fancy make us go akwan o ya de. We Chelsea for unko ball one against City. Sadiro. Say Chelsea for say ya bobo. Nakalu McFarlane say they know say McFarlane ya de Enzo Fernandez. McFarlane now be lose 2-1 to Fulham's under 21 coach say no nya de.
Al Clasico final.
Yeah. So is very interesting. Now
oh, Madrid for no. I was Kylian Mbappe. So Pania Gran is on God will game be watching at you do.
Mbappe bought Madrid be lose.
Mbappe bought game or Chinabia. Madrid will lose that game.
Yeah, lose that game. It will disrupt the balance of the Madrid team. He doesn't have to play. They don't have to force him.
I'm flying the panel dinner by more money more.
But the facts you are flying about in Chelsea, Bobby, or a part of the team, he has to be there. Which, when you watch Madrid in the league game before the Supercopa, no, any the first game of the Supercopa, which was against Atletico de Madrid, no, and when I make catch, say 2 things happened for me. It was a Madrid team that sort of learned how to suffer without the ball. You talk about Vini, Rodrigo, you talk of Gonzalo Garcia, Federico Valverde, we spoke of him, Eduardo Camavinga, Aurelien Tchouameni. These guys, they worked hard in terms of without the ball. I'm not saying Mbappe doesn't work hard without the ball. But if there is a sense to say, oh, Mbappe, we need to deliver. There is a young Gonzalo Garcia who's leading the lines. He knows that he has to work hard for the team. And which I think that is what will be the difference between the 2 teams on the night. I don't think it's a game where you're winning on just purely the tactical strength of each of the 2 sides. No. Because Madrid knows exactly how Barcelona will play. Barcelona knows exactly how Madrid will play. But it comes down to who is willing to suffer a certain aspect of the game and reduce the mistakes no more yet. Already, Madrid team here, the team without Rudiger. There are huge doubts that he's not going to play. That he's going to play. Mark, Abente Freno, Asensio, Raul Asensio, there is a likelihood. Although the engineer is not too bad, there is a likelihood. You play Carreras, you play Federico Valverde. Then in the middle, you go back to the midfield 3 that you know. Up top, over Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, Gonzalo Garcia. Madrid don't need to rush Mbappe to come and play the team. I don't think he will give 100%. He may not be able to give 100%. Are you to him? So that trophy it started the journey for Hansi last season. When Hansi did candidate the first trophy for Football Club Barcelona. Now, it is going to be very telling if Hansi is able to win the trophy again for Football Club Barcelona BM. But you see, baby Barca season economy. If they're able to get the Supercopa de España out of the way, Emma Barca and Emma Miensa, and more with the confidence to believe that they can win more trophies. Because the truth of the matter is that in the last few games, Barca have not played well. Every Barcelona fan be catch you. Espanyol was not the best Barcelona game. Espanyol match. If Espanyol were clinical in that first half, they would have finished Barca. Again, you talk of the very good performance from Juan Garcia. I think he was the Barca's standout performer on the night. Going back again to a place where he had played last season. And then our Espanyol fans, then putting up that performance that Juan Garcia put up was exceptional. I loved it. But Barca have not been particularly playing well, although in the last 5 games they've not conceded. And with difference now, they have questions about it now. It has become resolute. Now, when he plays Gerardo Martin on the left-hand side with Kubasia, build up here because he's a natural left-footed centre back. The last game against Bilbao, Oborada Eric Garcia because he wanted the 2 central midfielders, Frankie de Jong and Abante Alfredo, Pedri Gonzalez, when he's wanting to recycle the play. That also did work. When he moves up top in that game, he played Abante Alfredo, Rooney Baji rather, dropped Lamine, and then had Abante Alfredo, Rafinha in there. The good thing with Barca is that in all of this season, I think 2 of Barca's players have stood out for me. And you basically Barca season has to give a lot of glory to Abante Ferran Torres and Fermin Lopez, which have been instrumental, super instrumental, especially for Ferran. And then just the last game, and then just the game before, The times where Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha will play prior, he stood up. He was a difference maker for the team. Now you look at all of these and you have to say, okay, can Ferran Torres come in and then make the difference again on a night like this? Now he's a starter. Oh boy, then Lewandowski, you expect Ferran Torres now to start because Ferran is on form. And I'm expecting that Hansi Itaflik best starts now. Femi Lopez again in those half spaces, he's a dangerous man. Bono, the ball striking ability, all occupies our half space, on the half 10 in for one in Konenim. Only a few of these attackers in Spain are better. I don't even say Spain for any Barca for fans on S3 Chelsea for a more beto Femi Lopez 50 million. Hey, Femi Lopez is 50 million. They were not going to allow it. They've added Joao Cancelo in January to add more to Omechiro in terms of fullback Kubetimi the Alejandro about the year on the left maybe for them. Then maybe they can also rotate him with your friend Jules Koundé. So Rich, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Madrid will go into their regular compact shape, play with Courtois, the two centre backs. Do you have an idea and they almost start their centre back of Madrid now? Raul Asensio, there is a likelihood of Beba. Rudiger, I'm not too sure. I don't know what the papers in Madrid are saying this morning, but Rudiger, I'm not too sure, and there's a lot of time to make that decision. So that's at the time make us say there, not too sure with Rudiger. But Carreras, Federico Valverde, then I like the midfield of Eduardo Camavinga or Chimeni. The last time out against Atletico de Madrid, they knew how to shut up shop. I think this is going to be one of those Madrid Clasico matches now. Like DBI, we are going to see goals from both ends. If you ask me what my prediction is, I bet you game.
And that is the last year.
There be goals, Beba. Both ends.
Goals, Beba.
Yeah, goals.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a Clasico, they have both teams will score.
Okay.
I don't know the last time you had 0-0 or Clasico. Goals are going to come from both ends. I'm very, very certain, when you ask me who will win this Supercopa de España, I'll put my money on Team Your Friend Football Club Barcelona to win. For Emma White Angels.
But so far, first 11 na me hu nyina no. Obi anu ode Mbappe aka team.
If they don't put Mbappe in, then Madrid can win it.
Ebia Mbappe will play, but Obobo from the bench.
Mbappe has no place in this. Okay, we will be depending on the game stage, the year game next.
And no possibly started their own started.
Yeah.
But if you game no be a travel by 60th minute, they call it 70 be. They introduce him and Oma has so bit me a baby BD ma or more and pay me person me nanka. So what FA Cup and then weekends coach no idea but obi the message be by na try and get me but corner me say be me hu okay me hu
okay
say your friend no appear George
okay
I say whether Kylian Mbappe plays or not they will collect it woto
Barca for no
so omo po
enye woto
Mbappe no omo creating me enza
enye woto
ombo ani mo tre
enye woto Mbappe amba Madrid be show Mbappe amba Madrid will beat Barcelona and win it. I don't know whether it's going to be in 90 minutes or extra time or penalties or what have you. Okay. But minim say Mbappe amba Madrid will win this trophy.
Okay.
Barca Foundation not get too confident though. Madrid will come as a wounded lion. They have a lot of injuries. They'll come in and fix it together. Dean Heitzen, I saw him training. Maybe he can play. They should forget about his courage. FA Cup matches were all this weekend over England. And then other matches because Italian Serie A or Honum. Abranti friend Antoine Semenyo and now it was official and we spoke about it. But Mamima Ono Ashefo Coats Namufanko Fikisi Mene Saturday. Like we've been doing 31st and Ajo.
Now Afcon no refiana. And now Senegal no man again.
Yeah.
Mention many answer and leave it to me expectation.
Say Mali phone wanted to make the game physical.
I said nah.
I came with that.
Say Fagina boy you. Say dear you. After post Fagino anyone go you.
Yeah, it has been
after Alex Ferguson and then my Giagusa.
That's very, very
your name bear 10 coaches and still counting. So now your result now.
To be very honest, Rich, when you look at Manchester United, I think that it's time that Manchester United move away from the thoughts and plans of Sir Alex Ferguson. Because more compare to what Sir Alex Ferguson has done, which was good. But Alex Ferguson was given time.
Yeah. About 20 years.
Yeah, he was given time to build. Yes, after the third year, yes, now the English Premier League is more competitive. Again, time and now Sale Segerson, Sale Segerson, or Manchester United. No, it was him and no many sporting directors. Just a few people took the decisions. But now United are Jason Wilcox and Oman Barada, who are the sporting directors, who have come in and have not succeeded. There was Dan Ashworth to Okoye. It's important for United fans to be patient. To be very honest, my cousin what happened say, yes, the numbers of Ruben Amorim was bad, but some midfield, no, Rich, you find four. Ugat, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Mainoo. Rich, say Umo Ugata. Is Ugat the kind of player that gives you, even so comparing to even Nottingham Forest 4-6 in Joachim Anderson, no. Carlos Baliba. Exactly. Exactly. That is why I have a problem with the sporting directors. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, but in and around that time, when you look at that, you need to do proper recruitment. And in the summer, then the PR may catch you say, I wasn't up for the idea of paying money to go and bring in Benjamin Sesko. When you have in Bomo a 20+ Premier League proven goal scorer, plus Cunha, also means you goals. You don't spend the money on Sesko. You spend that money on a midfielder. So, it is always easier to blame coaches. Oh, coach, yes, Ruben Amorim numbers, and yeah, it's bad. Because Ruben Amorim has even performed worse than David Moyes and performed here. The Manchester United conversation is deep.
When you type here now, what about Insure TV, add your soho, a better now of your word to me, follow now. And so I come on Messasia at the feet after a total Morocco. Now, when I'm quarter final, matters in the year, semi final, and Yanya Eduna Sena, Esiko Senegal, Wamiti Mali, Abomatanaba Commentimante, Africa, Cameroon, Suno Morocco, Etomu Pomentinamino Mentimante, Nigeria, Etu Algeria, Abon in Tramino, Woman Swentimante, Anafe Gema, a Trani Massa, Na Nika Krakeke, and no Egypt Mano, Woman Pontinami and some Emma Elephant of La Côte d'Ivoire, and so at Mummy and at me Ayakama, and tell me a game I told her. I would demand this right now, Peria Catri, and Yama wants to shower also now, Uko Rome, our quarter fana, matches your boy, 4 matches of Pabara, and Komaka Kwana statistics Kakao, that has 4 matches now, your boy, 10 goals, and I tell you, Pima Yama Ayakama, and now Opa Blantia, one Aya Sips year pa, our this Aya at the quarter fana, and I Bantan, it didn't add it to Guy, Aya Jara. Your goalkeeper at the Massinica, one about the Sips now, a Makuma 7, and after about a sister, and also I Branton him at the Assault, one Esia Kai, at my Egypt man, 2 assists, Anna Branton the quarter final Matissa, your boy, our Afcon, Sabape, and then community, but I wouldn't say to Kwasi and Nigeria or many Nigeria game now. Womu Eboriano, yes, Omoko mix room hono, Aquatan and Numina, Womako dressing room no, Quabana class eba na and to kwesi hono, yes, Algeria fans no, and Algeria players no. In fact, we crowd them, I crowd them Timusa. I saw your official crown here, at us, woman in Nigeria for no, yes, in fact, they tell me all the miso on the fans and tank or hunting your officials no, at the man Nigeria, and Afro Algeria, and players no, and woman this year, you want to say, woman are not as one pata and Nigeria, and Algeria game there, in fact, and Sada and the better park, and also the Santa Refla, one also handle game no, your poor game, you say, Uko Algeria, woman players now, yes, Munjana, womanko Isa Sai, na Omunko Bisan and Sam Kakra, Esa said the Senegalese I refino, Algeria forward GDA passer, or paying on bomb with disease in your ha, one take care for Momo, Sanko take his diseases in the Mama, and Kenyan so Medin Tontinami and Adiano, Omania free, I come to Sinumintino, Mubausa, Adiasa, Omopo officers, no hope, by your security personnel, no, Mama Johnny, our YouTube in the Mobati Makers here, Raffinina, a deanimino, Isa sign, no, not and some Kotra, now, sir, Algeria, players, no, and so any officials no wo mu nyina ne nam nkyɛn atɛ sɛ wo mo pɛ so mo bi so panyin na sɛbɛta anya de sɛ security personnel no anso ma kwanti anu yɛ dia esi ɛwɔ ɛyɛ tanenum tama yɛ pon came na right from the blast of the whistle ata so mo kwata no ana ade ne sa ase ansana chaos no ankasa ekosi ɛwɔ ɛmfifio ɛntɛne yɛ reporter ɛba ɛwɔ dwumadi so isi ade yɛ nya semi final parents no Senegal ansa wo mo game no beto dwa kama na tase anu so atimabua anti Senegal akɔ Nigeria nya ramu Morocco enya akɔ Egypt nso enya akɔti sababa pa na nkɔmɔ no esitia anti Senegal Egypt na yɛnya Nigeria ɛne Morocco ɛne yɛ big game anu so etotwa ano yɛde ahon nkɔmɔ kakra ɛde ɛda na ma menkɔ German Bundesliga na menkɔ di nkɔmɔ kakra na Bayern Munich boboko no ankrɔfo ne buafu ɛsanse team and the other fallback. What was I no matia and Professor Munya Botena, dear bay, a modern fat, on go Nancasadia, Abantan the other feature, Wanona Odi Cabo on go, Anatasa, Emma, Bayern Folly dear, and son of Mobabate, Yatia Michael Olise, Ediba Quaco Caho, after on go Baco Sambaya, Abantan the other gents, Wanokobo on go Rafael Guerrero, Echo Senedi Hurricane, and Yanida Michael Olise, Asamba back, and son of Brantan Din. And so Eddie Cruzeka, and so okay, Guaraska, Luan Garaska Radam Pato, one and so Eddie Bako, and so Tuta, Amatas, and Yamaya Kama, Adama, a team and the team, Eddie Boru, Bayern Munich, a reporter, a Tota, our Jubedi Suna, a man, a top scorer, and the Hurricane, Equa 20 goals, and Yamaya Kama, Adama Luisia Sekra 9, and after Michael Lise 1-9, Anna Brantan, Derry Harris Tabakovic, Akudawe, Mebabe didn't home come out, 9 goals, Dennis Wundaf, and so 9 goals in T. Sababa and a German Bundesliga. A city and a pay, make a take a car. Adamana Harris Tabakovic, 1 year player, Adama Borussia Mönchengladbach, na Akodano Anta, Samusa Sama, one more per strikers, Abrantewe, Wabem, Essence 15 matches, 9 goals na Brantanena, 2 assists na Kodanena, and to 15 matches, 11 goals involvement. I don't say the kind of player Abrantana and Suya offers to the sir. I saw the Nasaba, Ubemusa Brantan, so a job and who ye pa, and I Harris Tabakovic, reported from Kodana Kate at the Urban, he said the 44 points, and the club Bayern Munich Bobokono, Borussia Dortmund, out of the 3 points over Tosbiano, Robabena RB Leipzig, Womusu 29, the same point, and so Ekra Bino fall of a Corson, Womutosu 9, and Numino Asu is 2 got Bobokono, 29 points in the club, and the Sababa Pen and Community, a German Bundesliga. Now, men so far for the Yamian, I feel Ombenyawe, relegation Ombenyako, essence 9 points no more answer our Adna Yawahedenium, Womusu points in India, Anna St. Pauli, Womusu Benyako, and the Sababa Pen and Community. None of that, Mebaba Katos, Andrick, and Yasani Jamo Olympic Leon Bobokono. Now, was it and Profo Mutunofo, Amanako Olympic Run, Mubako, Ayo Penyani, the other Kalan Slotte, Anna Afe, Adessa Zabi, Alonso and Casa, woman, a boy, essence, Obakacha, sir, sir, when you're match playing time. No Benya match playing time there, and Kabeyan competing Binon Kobo, na and Kajani Mumia, was samba back to Madrid, a band territory. In the first game, and your Coupe de France, and not a Brantano, when you go, and so at the Olympic Leon, and to 1 game, 1 goal for Aya Hendrick, and Komaka Kwanye, Woko Air League Anima, Ubenya PS Bobocon Elho, and another Luis Enrique, about the told us, yes, a man contract a sense, or paying Sanya, their so best time, Adama PS Bobocon, I don't know, see, and come over and tell us, I am true, what's a riding Yankopo, and Santo for the Papa, now, no, was on Quajina baby and Kada, and a PS in fact contract to be a famano. I'm on Castle and say, rumors keke, and then I'm one day, not what I who say, Nepa born for me, Passa, what was saying, team, saying a team no stability. Abamina first, Passa, when we destabilize a team, no, and I tell so much as I work cancer, and the fat no, and to Tibia, I am no attraction, no Kobian and Swim, and your head coach, Adama PSG, Louis Enrique and Komakakra, what did you try our Jumadia so, FA Cup and Chelsea, and a child and athletic, and a Tessa, and this year, Natasi Abu and Tinapolinum, I'm a tartan for them. Wamo and switch him back. I say Gerald Hato, Enyane de Tosin Adela Biayo, Magi Enyane de Anna Feneto, and Sunyango Anso, and Sunyane Genti, Utimisa, and Yamana Ekoye, Edma Chelsea Bobo Kona, and after the game, Liam Rosner, Wano, and the new head coach Edma Chelsea. The first game, in the first win, a heavy win. I know Payne and Yana, I know Sian Camobian Chelsea and Yante, Koya Chelsea Faso, I said Kim and Sansa, Taiwan, the first game, and Makoye, Adaman or Bon Player said the next chapters, no, and the man's Westman Akosi Adama Chelsea, Ayabobo Konano and Kobaka Consul Liam Rosnell, and the tutor I would Jumadia Swasianka, and Mobianta Zabia Urefia, Chelsea at the FIFA Club World Cup, Chelsea at the UEFA Conference League, Timno, Womanu, paying Pabia no Yakama, I don't know, quote Timno, and then Newava, one also Baba Trust in Tibia, Urefia, who are now said Chelsea Timno Sabe, a team, a papa yepa, and then Kobaka Consul Total. Our media so reporter Mensaka. I said so see no one target 2 players per na Bakuya Rafael Yao Ana Bakuya Fermin Lopez on a player Adima Barcelona Bobo Kono Ana for AC Milan one player Rafael Yao and Kobaka Mensaka as Yasu Cospena and command news tablet no one more tappy oh I said Nia Matitino sometimes I imagine say one best back BM for Fermin Lopez now from the Rafael Yao at the account of Chelsea team. No, what would GDS said the friend now? Liam Rosino, Epeno, one who bet me and Tiano, and Komaka Kwani now, Woko Terence Rea matches Nibi at Fiorentina, one more as a Ayabako and AC Milan, and so as a Bako Branton, Daddy Kumoso, one more Nyagono, Adama Fiorentina, and Christopher Nkuku, and Sunyago, Adama AC Milan, and now Scott McTominay, he Manchester there. Me bomu player bi dimpa na tese me ra okra na stock na abon transfer no against Inter Abrante ne bo press Scott McTominay ono kwa ana aya Dimarco ane hata Tahanoglu enso anya 2 goals no adama intenti eno aya 2-2 ana eba so na ye hwe nim se jufe wo mu game ne betima lande se Serie no table no eguso aya 43 points ne kra Inter ana afe 40 points ne kra AC Milan Napoli Atoso mi ansa wo mo 39 points ana yenya team and team ate Roma wo mo som awo 39 points wo mo toso enai enum ye Juve wo mo 36 points ano reporter etota wo dwumadi so na no pay no ye de onkoma kakra ade tambo na mo fa me nko DR Congo na me nko di nkoma kakra esanse Lumumba obaka DR Congo mo matesa wo mo po nyina no yenyo panyin ba kwa ni den ade Michel Kuka Mbola Dinga Nachasa Wadona Wadane no mascot Atasa Statua Omaye DR Congo Atasa Omedia no Penyani Din another former president Nidina di Lumumba no Obakwa Nachasa si Aya Park and Swa Anya Sam Ketwakra Ye DR Congo film no when I'm social media bounce Branta Nidina Adi Aya Kuka na Wadani statue no swana man 48 no mini din komani ade Sisiana yasi uko DR Congo wamo enso abanabaso na president Nidin adi aye sise kedi wanum abo payina baso chasa ade na waya no wadani mapai dit pa se abibrem nyina kansi aba na omankasa legend Lumumba wano enso eda ne husu eso payino in fact we say nyina huno akwatiri ye penti yasi watana de na ade ode atano no enso ayasa watane jeep yasi jeep ya peja market no anyasem go to akra anti Patrice Lumumba anata se ya bona baso a enene ebi aka branch ani din enso edi Michel Kuka Mbola Dinga anso wo ho no ekobaka kwaso etoja o dwumadi so na no pe no make take akra edi ama na Francesco Fioli wano ye player mpato we head coach rather adima FC Porto no ata yase counter the sense we nya ye edi ametim no till 2028 ata so no so po amaniema aya kama edi ametim na no reporter Atoja, ewo dwumade so na yase nkomo na yase Andres Villas Boas eta se opin obetima ya dwumani ye pa enti se Portuguese league no wo betimi ati no ma komen ma ese coach no mo chese ampa mo wotidie ewo num nti omo enso yesen no contract ya dia bana no enkoba kakwa so eba ewo dwumade so na no damba be kato so Conor Bradley akoda na pra na reporter PH medical team no adi eba yase the rest of the season aka nyina no enya de se banter de Conor Bradley ebetimesi aka de ma Liverpool team no eno so nkoba kakra menseka atase menso mekeja ade agum de ama mekato se Olympic Lyon abanta de din ade Andre Kenya go na ansa Coupe de France no wo mti limit po bo mtena mi no amatase ne ma kama ade mo mtoma qualify next stage ne ma akoye kama ade mo ne mo ye nua no Manchester United de hey Manchester ne na so ben Darling Fracture de obesi de awini game Darling Fracture na no me game ye na Fracture gina eta line na otimi se nanim nkra se bia nim na boy continent ma na enya asem koto akra na koda na ni dindi gruda ne de ball pa gruda enya asem koto onyago na Daniel ni taki ai na wa back there na kenim se time ya nyine beta opane se Manchester United eto mo se ebre bi etom no Manchester ka se onya de enti obuja ne kwa ma ne kwanti wono any time bi o Manchester be sia no revenge ada wo ho enti baby ogina was striking ball ema ball ne to atrem na nya asem koto akra Manchester United team ba ko ene Abranta ni de Benjamin Sesko ana tesa wono su se gwanti sisi Sesko yi se kwabna 3 matches 3 goals no there be 2 matches 3 goals san hano do bo brace ana anu aso wa he ba ko de aka ho enti 2 matches 3 goals anka ya na sa Sesko ade ande eni kwanse moma ai daddy mbio mu babie because daddy ba na yi nyina sesa ase ko pa ma san ba Chelsea team no yehu he brenkwa Manchester so de ne daddy mbio mu ba na team na sesa Benjamin Sesko say wo se goals nti kwabena ni ho de ma mo nka no position e ho na mo mata ma mo enya fi na mba ya ma diala ba ana mbio ma ba mba Africa ehu de omo ye ma ye hwe enti pato sisi de jana so de ma Benjamin Sesko mom ye na ma nya de na Makekawik reporter menseka esa aduma no amesa ombenya de ama Makekawik na ni ameti ya se yeso ole Ghana so say ni interview wie ana obako akra na wakane ha henebo na otine adwam sa ubisa sa na den wo so wo Manchester United kwabna yes Manchester for ya da do pay no homu ogidi esa ole Ghana so hedabwa enti Makekawik de anya de crowd de anya hwe crowd na esa small boys su ewo nimu kaka sisi football na sesa enkane na tese empemfo no kwa na ekoti no ube say the same 30 na enti reporter menseka as a Manchester yo madwen se wo mu de adwuma no be ma Makekawik no enkoba kakwa so menseka wo dwuma de so na FA Cup sa Masters wo ho enkoda nkitinkiti bi National League ni kwa no mo bo wo bo mu din kompa nya de team ani din de ese Macraft de se Macraft kwabna Omate Crystal Palace abo mu 2-1 na the same thing ana agrees before adia Manchester United EFL and FA Cup Macraft woman so at new Crystal Palace and last season almost see any much obia the omu drop omu Chelsea almost my omu Arsenal Liverpool at ya cancer Manchester City the omu agro na nkodan kitinkiti atoma bomu 2-1 into my yoma film and kwabena sia de masumantomo eno ane dia abasemu ina kwamawe na eno anta Antoine Semenyo na no da first goal 1 assist and Akodano 1 game 2 goals involvement ana Brantene nyana Makatam say Antoine Semenyo kwanya Ghana your first one appreciative players no say ya adwene sesa because Ghana fon koda na ye adwuma no papa akodai ko Manchester City 20 mo kamna wa go asan ya sesan Antoine Semenyo no enti Semenyo ejana so pa na City for the ezeta omunim enkodai wo mo to ntina makomakudu ntina makomakudu ana mo de mankodai na ɛyɛ kra kɛkɛ ongo mienu na apie game no mo ana tese enya asem ketwa lewe se nya ne de semanyo nya ne de Tijani Rende se nya ne de Orieli enya ne de ana fe Abrante de din ede Mark Edu enso enya ne de ana fe lewe senso enya ne de ana eye Abrante de din ede Alene wonu so enya ne de nti City nkodan de answer another City ade Ghana for mienu na boy sa so boy no ana nto ansemanyo mu nyina enya go kama ana eja ha mon kafra ya kan say Kudus Mohammed nso ni play kwabna adwene o say dey you play game o ma win the game on ɛno nso odo betenya akodi mo de beta ya de sɛ Buandia ɛne Roger senya 2 goals ɛde ma Aston Villa wo mo nso bo mo ntena mi no mo timu ba kwa Arsenal ɛnso ate Plymouth nso no Portsmouth rather abo mo ntena nan ama mo nso timu ba ko na ɛno nso ongo Abranta de dinadi Dosel ana Martinelli nkwabo hat-trick anti anema ye kama ɛde ma na ye ma game na nkasa so me pato hafenya no mu hwani yo akoda no ball ne pa do ya ade ye pa na ɛda baso na fo na omuye nipa bonfo basa fo yin ye hafinya ball wa boyi se basa ba baso body a no mu bo pedridi no mu ball la me yama di better team no one player bi na so ye adwuma no park as pa cho mu nyina bet baso na fo body a na se pedri la me yama better kwabra certain player hafinya ball akoda no bebo no anya sem ko to hafinya se yenka mo bianta se nya Hans Flick ba ya kwabna nanka Basa omo ncha da ni gidie ewo mu beta papa na ba no be change everything amata se head niema ya kaba head ebomo na o se Hans Flick by no obeka tell so or important to the project no about by no was say eno na a man mat confidence wabo mat share no Barca so oni game man na Barca ho chiro mo the last 10 matches hafinya player oba back Barca abono Barca and tasty defeat Barca are winning nyina monjani was squeeze no so mubenya matches ni nyina the last 10 matches after the Barcelona for aboni nyina na hafinya back na ne ho atodom enti sa matches ni nyina no o ma winning nyina kopem no that game and also boy ka hu edu no Barcelona at Madrid ebom ntena me asa Madrid etimu mienu Vinicius Junior enya ne de Gonzalo Garcia enya ne de Hafinha enya goal de Barca Lewandowski enya ne de Hafinha sand ba ko eba ba ka hom Dosa Brante de Frank de Jong edi record de better so Barca etimi ewi ni game ti no Barca tu ne de sisi emu aye de Barca enya je omo trophy e de so na so after se ukopie mo Saudi Arabia enya sam kuto kwa ya se supporters a Barcelona krutire enso e ho no nya sam kuto wo mu nyina ba beka Barcelona franchise no ho a ede ma nyina ekoye de ama Barcelona enkoba kakra men se ka se obaka na no Saturday me ba beka to se uba Spanish Super Cup na wo ma match to drop no I am man to the Boboko no but the last 4 after se ya boy de Barca and e dominate Barcelona atumu mako miesa the last 4 Madrid atumu one pair it means that the last editions here ye boy the trophy no in Barcelona ye pa and also I am koba kakra e tota e odwuma die so and e Barca ete wo ma left trophy and opa ye de kakra de aba enti wo ma twani wo YouTube ni de e koba meeting nyina mbeti ase ye pa e sense ye de aye pictorial evidence no and so ete ma na no sweat maboa na ade aba ko ya sa another ye pro game ni we no amanfo bebre so wobeko why na okom so Zabi Alonso benya sake no but ankoba men saka ya say yesi uko Madrid den pay for ma obu ejidie ya pass Madrid team no I improve bebre o compare to time pay no ese aduma na se a enema bebre asesa and this pass won be pam Zabi Alonso de enya de sesa de no enso ebesu ne reporter etotwa aduma de so na na pay no ye keche kakra enso edi edanti na minim why you know he wo support Barca na say ebia ye can say Madrid now supporting no uko osusu a mo so won pay for no mo bia gum de ne atase ne ma ye kama and to ya Madrid this time ma men kan to say Madrid team ne de egusu tiase na coach ni so de ye senya de so ko ba bia no aye reporter men say ka e wo duma de so na no pay me ketire e di ama na ma men trane kakwe na de te Manchester United as Marcus Rashford nyade ana wo mu gya ne kwan na de wo mu yesa time Manchester United every FA Cup nim no na wo mu player na wo so onya de o mapam no wo no so agi trophy na enye just a team bia te se mad team no ana odi trophy e de from some wita baso na boboko no enti Marcus Rashford de amanfo no wo gidie se Marcus Rashford ene ma nyina akoye di ama no enti se di amanfo ka se bia branta de beba de muntu ma adwum enya de se branta de ba na enso abatena ne ye reporter eba e wo dwuma de so na no pay no make it kakra e di ama na medi nkoma kakra e wo ya kan se friendly ana de abete Paris FC wobuta se omunya Matthias Star na Matthias Star ye player at the Tottenham Hotspur wobuta se omunya Brante nanka woba bebo loan at the amomanka ebetimi abwa Paris FC but enya Paris Saint-Germain so where Paris FC na enkoma men saka se yes Tottenham Hotspur say Abrante de or common regular players no at se on pesa Brante etna and team omunya omadwe so mu ja Brante no amana ko ba bia better yes Matthias Star de yes the pepper yes wake up ne emra no so no so etimi esia kan and so bi obetre na bench de enya de so obeye sa de no ade en koba kakra men seka e wotuma de so na no pay no make it kakra e de amanti ata se ma he no so na eno so etuma boa ye panti kwabena tena se na me na mi wie fama na eja ye wudi hu ade ma no esi kwani ade na reporter men seka yes Aston Villa ata se wo munya kono Galaga won be pay ye pa enti kwabena yeso ma ha so mu din koma hwe se bi obetuma nya kono Galaga na watima ba bebo Aston Villa na omo so etime akoma ni me no reporter men seka e woduma de so na no pay no make it here dia ba na kwabena na ko baratoli de da be no be ja bobo sa baratoli sa ko Division 2 club Division 2 club na say na say sia kwabro di na ni keke balotole di na ni keke na okay kan teams awaba 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 15 no aye teams we see akan adia moment no hon koma na no hon koma na no ko ba wi ano no ne ma nyina ye kama adema ko ba wi anti kwabna my friends here my friends here
akosi minim say snow to Ghana na
was it
snow na bi ato Ghana
there be snow in the studio ha na eto no so ye kama pa
grad me
I can't say technicians na adom ne safo omo ye adwuma pa
lady bi say
ya na mepe
lady bi say ha cherry
say ya na mepe cherry say ya
cherry pa
na amama Philippa amama Philip ne mo message na ababedi ha
mo ma men kasam jamo
we di oni matem kabna
men kas we di matem FA Cup no unless say bia wonim slogan it say obi anya obia eni enye tusin kitu abi na yiye o
edi agobo
we enye zeta bi na yiye o
that day
right no over bion league no come chey na o je FA Cup ani news ni dey no Chelsea en kram nyom ko che o ma u bia ni pa wi minim say no an anya no
Tinate was it due to Manchester United loss? I am going to eat fufu and a krantian kwine to praise God. Not to be money and
just open me down for
oh no so the any team why I say we Manchester lose abasa dey na a different crowd and the tena no okay now come na say me pedayo sing himself contain
so na
mimi nyanya nkrofo ya na efa
onwa na
nkrofo yin so fra o se kwabra mpacho ma me nyam me hojo kwabra na ade
ntie mo
say nkrofo ya o
if you are from the last time ni ba ko bi din komo o se presenters mo ha adwen kakra
sa o da 2026 yasesem yasesem
dinam mi buza so ha adwen
we dia mesra wa wa single self contained ya mpacho number ni 0552 711 268 0552 711 268 na wa frene eja ma ba be pese hoye kama
okay
na eja ya di nkomo nti kwabna ma wie we ye wie bibia so
tetelesta
ya wie Monday no so ye kama
But before Bekono,
walk now.
Yes, fitness walk no.
On the 30th year.
So on the 30th of this month. 30th. Sorry, 31st.
31st rather.
31st. Mesamo. Munshe date in Sumame.
31st.
At the last day of this month. Edna yeah fitness walk no. Na I think for the attorney say there be a started from Kumasi City Mall. Na ya nante the principal streets of Kumasi. So na iwie asako wie dwumadie no awo Kumasi City Mall hona aerobics ne ne ade ni na iwie na refresh ho kakra na yekọ. Na fitness walk no reason tie say oba bi no ebiniye. Number 1. On say yekodi bronyan eden ya wiwe nam no ne so ho no nsane ade anti abasa na ma wa gain weight. Na walk we don say dem a all 90 and 50 till no na sade ne ade na yekodi bronyan ni na no na eno so na ne so ho se na bia onso se bia onko bluti enti walk we fan personal me say this particular walk ma fan personal say nyame yar on the 31st me medi kan kra Kumasi City Mall and sana mo ma kan kra ma ba so na anu say fatulo die say me nantiwe ya me kofi me say yes me an kasam tu say me wait no he say I come up anti me samo asanteman Ghana for rad obia o tie dwumade yi in showers of 4.5 me to me nsa at the front say nyame ya do ma 31st of this month Kumasi City Mall anopana sharp near the dwumade no at the assistant so ye nyina yaba jogge kakra so ye nante at the principal street so na yasako wie dwumade no awo eye Kumasi City Mall me samo ye walk the obabia ye refresh was any pan nante we ni adia ese onya wo kenke bi ni ade na ese maske bi na ese onso no watimi abobo ni nyina kama ansana onso wo ba bi kwa onso etimi akọ enti ye ni na no nyame adoma 31st of January ya me part of fitness work na de so enti aya no ahye nso enso etimi edi amame na ye wie ni sampacho me enko Franco Trading Enterprise na me sam yenkoto ayem phone na fanfi ho phone de ho de tono original ones pa ekura timi say yes what craft phone ba mo de no edem baako open Nokia open Samsung open iPhone bi akuta maka to say iPhone 17 na aba no tie ade na ebo no wosoro kakra tie enti wo de wa imagine say wakoto iPhone 17 na wo de sika say akwakoto phone na enya original what to sika atwene me so mo ani na ho na akoto our Franco Trading Enterprise open smart TV me patcho air conditioner no pay me buy in studio air con na ba ya mien kreni ade na che say we be say acheria broso ma te say me tie na me freeze me so ani na so betu aka bi abo ho open washing machine no microwave sanso ana generator ni na no ebi abo ho CCTV cameras say animdia na kosro to the sense ufie ho wadwumam ho ni nyina na abo phone so na ohwe dia koso ho nyina ni na no eyade a Franco Trading Enterprise akofa bebre ade aba onsa betimi akabi edum oko jaba jewelry side ho ayo ho sansana adjacent old Malcolm yo ho opposite Kofor Clinic and at the new KJT aho na no eyade a Franco abo ha ene ni nkomo abo 0245 316969 Alicia Donkor me pacha oye plumber oye fiewra ana bi kro akwa hand that say gabi say say okoje dan fufure so oso obu ho oye premani na premani so na ye bewura washroom na say emiti standard there ebasa ha adwe pa enti obu ho ahwe edan no okọ hand there but ono ati bi ka kire efiewra say washroom nim emiti mi standard no say dem me pen no emiti eti ono akọ Alicia Donkor no akoto to washroom ho niam ani na WC nom so PPR pipes nom fittings union ni na no akasa de abaye n'adwuma enti obiara and washroom ha abrante n'ani ati too much onim wasop so okodo enti ni na no Alicia Donkor na atiefo me kanfo adiama ena no pese ko na WC bia wo pe bia no koto bi o PPR pipes sanse na fitting ni na no ebi o yo Kumasi adum me patcho abinchi ho na yene star oyo ana ayo opposite 0558 063 836 prombes no mo so mpesa mo kotu ni na no akonya no eda ho edi emam yade ya 2026 me patcho sorry ye honam dina ɛyɛ uja so uti pains pa ma adwuma kra no wantimi anko bia aduro no ye fa na cancer mixture attractive pain ni nyina ebetu ase enso atimi adi ama ho aduro nsa da bia me ka chem no na ɛwɔ takwa enti takwa fo mutie hwo yi de onya ball cancer dom say aduro yi ana aka ho asema ha ese de bia ba komase erentimi saw wo kumase na onyanti edini di ampa chokotobi na drone ye papa na drone de mma ni je hunie me pa cho eye for pains nko a wo say adrobu eso etimi pains ni bibia ka ho we de ese eye pains enti bibia eye pains no no akoto cancer mesha me pa cho okọ kumase atonsu marketer ye de bi ade akogu ho 0244 871 862 di ofra oso pedro ni bi na bibia ay kama adiama tap send de se de nanim na ebogafo so wo abruchira se wo African country bi US Canada UK Germany for so mu okrom UAE Dubai for ni ade nyina be sam sika bia wo sene ade afiri ho aba Ghana no you see tap send na on so fa send usika no anytime ya promo code on first of all I see insurance firm as promo code yento he and first time I will download the app no so no you be choose sika $10 £5 ana aye €5 ni na no you betimi enso de achawo Stanbic Bank esem kan cho say Richardo catch say obia outie insurance firm say interest rate no ayade ampenifo ate so Bank of Ghana omo ate so na omo ti omo de no so a na Stanbic Bank asa tene de no so biem enti ha de obaje besi a in fact interest rate no so ensi ho no ewo fom pa enti uye businessman na wutie me u pesika wura badwumam esi 2026 u pesa osesa wo ka ti sabi mi say ya no Stanbic Bank no jisika ni bi na de asesa wo ka sanso wo fie no ye babo ama wo so atimi ese ne kama pa Stanbic Bank me pa cho ko na so ko jebesia na bibia enye kama enfama rush energy drink maka cho so da sori bia ayanom bi isan se emo hoden sonko extra energy na esa wo so no watimi dia koye adwuma extra ewale eno eye rush energy drink vitamins wom caffeine wom ginseng wom ebebo na damuni nyina adwuma bia bebia no ontebre sei etimi so aya dabato rush energy drink na onso etimi anoma ma bibia no aye kama ade amama yenkosua computer our Uniat Practical Institute na Uniat on etie for the ten say hono ba enya ho atesasem computer de ese wo tie ni mu ni e kirew your lectures papa bi o ma bene e ba ne se e kire computer na o ma bene o ma ben pa aniti ubehu obi a wa wi Uniat no se ye fa no establishment bi mu a utumi so no danso so ho we danso a esan se ade no okosua no wa ginim die mu odro so eba ne data analytics software engineering computer hardware and mobile phone technician computer business and office administration nina a Uniat and a work on so no wakwa bi abo ho nti ate for me samo obi an ko ho me so obo so sua ko ene de computer no aye compulsory adentia because and only book said yen na onim computer wa hwa odwuma sam ebe ye de school no so ya ni such way said the obeniti bia no obetumi aba sua de regular weekends enyumre distance nina no betumi akọ na so akọ sua de Kumase eye sesan so ya odi si bus stop wo na efre number 0555383848 0555383848 last one eye Alaska Star Enterprise na etie for Alaska Star Enterprise no de tene say a opeso sisi o dem ho na ese wo kona no me wura fifi man for dem in fact me ye mre papa ala boys abobra kro mu o wura fifi man for the tie for fifi asem na me kan o wura no ho a to say yes scratch no taste pa na me hwemu a so say we ni o Canada o na de ne man ba me kwa sa Alaska na so chairman ade o to ne a kirem na mzum ko obi yes me ho be finti no o ka chem sa de no Canada so and to so se dem so obi abraham na niage na se bibia e kama ade ama from blind curtain material curtains and so and a ring light nom so aroma diffuser marble sheet name them be the say them no me patch Alaska Star Enterprise and I make cover them for kotobi say them say office na ho anye krabehwe me patch Kumase your message another plans and my boss from ho and kramu ko to do na mo friend number 0256330075 na munomu eni eye enkomo ansa na Kofi Manfred ebesha dwumadi na ase diamaye no nyame adoma ansa Afcon no final na yakosi ade ya Sunday because ebebo semi final no on Wednesday enti Sunday edna yebo final no na eno na Diako Bites me pato edin no eye Diako aha ayete se ukodiako na ha Bites ni din no eye Diako Bites eno na 2026 maka chiro se na se ondom esan se onuma yiyama man bema eyu aye sisim emu da ho enti eduru anwumra ha ego obu a eduru anwumra ontimi kofi na yira man warning se oba no sa abetoto papa so bia ha na sum obegye so ho me so de basa Diako Bites na so odum bi na bibia aye kama adiama yede Ghana for free Ghana ha na wako Morocco akofe final no na de obeyan se de Diako Bites bottles no de packet na onso fa so ho na ye be ye draw ni wie ya anarafu wie ya no ona obedi kan na se ye do Morocco na so no akwakohwe dwumadi ne live baby a wokọ a hotel aduane bibia ye do ko in and out na se onso no bibia aye kama adiama tie di ni biem me se friend say Diako Bites ebedi ekon no enso etimi adiama no pay amani afufo pi aso emu a ye de dwumadi no enso edi ebremo 10:43 in Shawanzo 4.5 way at the Monday edition. Fifi Manfred. Kofi, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, I want to say,
Nyamiado.
How was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was good. It was a very, very good weekend.
Okay.
Na Timere steak akra.
Okay. So the ultimate manage screen time no kakra.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. About wow.
Yes, my problem is yes, you may phones with you, to manage crowd.
Yeah, we just offer.
I manage you crowd. Yes, away. It's but of course we are trying. Which, oh, Baba, no, you know, correct, but the black shape is solid.
The black was solid.
But the black or try to make you still a young man because you was still not the black a true sign. Was it Ojawa have a pempe?
Maybe you're forever young.
Shape no because me show me the party no the body the quad come.
Tilo the America crowd. Or be America catch when you.
What's it? We shape no still. Correct.
Just din.
Never almost akura.
David. Anya ya anum ya na twetwe me ya na ko bo akura. Ya me ba ma onu obusam da. Senyawa.
Mommy found starting free Jeddah in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Because that is the game that is worth talking about. Now, there are only 3 or 4 things that happened in the game, and for me, and yet probably the most important things is when they won't come out, then you'll be doing a little bit of injustice to the game. And first of all, I want to start from the German tactician that moved from Germany to go to Barcelona. Which in football, one year, you'll be too over-reliant on shapes, structure, tactics, 4 whatever, 3 whatever, and then forget about the most important thing in football. Meaning, say, in the current description of jobs for coaches, no, they don't call them managers again. It's about just first team coach in this animal. But Rich, you need to manage a lot of things.
Sure. Very, very important.
And in coaching, you have to be an excellent man manager or close to an excellent man manager. And maybe when you don't but because of your players, you have to smile. And maybe obi on man say when the performance But you need to say things to them, push them to believe in themselves and deliver the results for you.
Man City players, almost every hour of yeah, we be in a pep.
Yeah.
On no better as both TV game.
I remember Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva said, "Of course, Man City for front. In the penthouse now no team no. Now this is all some card be ABA and some wait me for Basro. But one day on his birthday, on kwana wo honum. Then omuka cheni say obi was here on so bane ho. But all money din.
Okay.
And also kini panemra. Before that's not Ike Guni and a banning chain court. You know what say Ike Guni and Esan retain it. Because he's not Ike Guni and a tie banning chain. Rich Ujinani Puan or board say doorbell or Koye Joseph Guardiola with a little bag.
Or Brennan in present.
Wine. And also wine all from random sound call. Only a chance you hear wine in them.
No, sometimes you see, I'm going to go to the park in the Swabble. Or tactics, or game plan, whatever. No,
exactly.
And so, no more in that cordial relationship now.
Yeah.
Maybe you might be a good coach, all right, but result number.
Which you see, even in the dealings of human beings, I know you will feel. But in dealing with human beings, you need to find ways to make people feel important. So, woman people feel important, and you will be a bayama.
Until a leader be a giga sometimes
you don't succeed. No, you don't succeed. You need to find ways to make people feel important. And Rich, I am saying this of Hansi Flick because of this Brazilian player. Rich, the last time a Brazilian went to Barcelona and then played football, dominate Europe, become a star name of Yasero. Neymar da Silva. Since Neymar, Barca spent lots of money. Barca Coco Tieska for Ousmane Dembele plenty, he couldn't get there. Barca brought in fact, Barca after Xabi were willing to pay money for Nico Williams because Abanti and Rafinha was not performing after paying 55 million to Leeds United to get a signature. But it took the German to go to Rafinha and tell him, say, you are going to be important to me. And everything happened when and now after the game, Rafinha went to the journalist and told them, say, on him say, this is a very, very big day. But a Hansi Flick in tea, it will be a body day. Because but for Hansi Flick, he would have left Barcelona. And that was the story. Hansi came in, Barca, Episca, they had lined Rafinha to let him go. Hansi said, player no training grounds. He watches Rafinha, tells Rafinha, say, you're a top player. You will play, be patient, just believe in yourself. And he got a job. When you go and you look at Rafinha and his games, and this is the image I wanted to show you. Andy knows me so well. This is the game of Deportivo Alaves. And he had no match. Deportivo Alaves match, the very first game of Barcelona boy, Rafinha started after injury. Chelsea game one started. And in the last 10 games, Rafinha, after signing injury, all of them, if he has started, Barca ended up winning and he has scored and least assisted. So, after the Deportivo Alaves game, Bobby Catcher say, Omubo match, no Barca winning Taiwan. But now, Hansi Flick in a code, we say, only confidence on your own room. And it is here that Rafinha went to Hansi Flick and he said, he told him, after the game, the journalist asked Rafinha, I'm not sure. Me koko catch them manager and say, minim say money a boy in your fe, and you're dominant, and you're Barcelona, and you're pet, and never we understand. But the very confidence that he gave us when he came in, Onyeka could be my own shadi. Reach 10 games in. Alaves, Athletic Club Bilbao, Atletico de Madrid, Frankfurt, Real Madrid, Champions League getting close to qualification. What have you Copa del Rey winning? And then against their bitterest rivals. When everybody thought it was going to be another Lamine Yamal story, no, Lamine Yamal doing enough. People thought that okay, Lamine Yamal being Spain before no national. No. It was the Brazilian. It was a brace for him. Oh, they can't say a chance. Then people were asking, Rafinha power, then I'll say a chance. Then comes back again as captain of the side, deputy captain. Ends up slotting that boy in there, getting the job done for Barcelona 2 times. It's rich. And now in Jeddah, for me, it was Hansi Dieter Flick, it was Rafinha, and they dominated it. I think that Xabi Alonso and the tactics wrong on the night. Their plan to push Aurelien Tchouameni back, for me, did not work. Honestly speaking, I can understand that he wanted Federico Valverde here. But I think that a lineup of bringing still Aurelien Tchouameni into the middle of the park, Raul Asensio and Federico Valverde to the right-hand side, look like something that would have worked for me. But constantly allowing Tchouameni to track the ranks of Robert Lewandowski and Yadi and Nebeyejuma. And the second goal, Barcelona was very, very clear. And now Pedri and Frankie de Jong give us another clinic again on Fifi.
Mucho masterclass.
Wait, only Barca about every team that's come close to beating Barca or beats Barca. Which, but just when you get yes, but it
only thing I say be a bully on.
That's it.
And also be an awkward card.
You see, Rich,
could you red card be?
You see, Barca players are very technical. It's one of you who show me the first 30-15 minutes. Obe proud.
Okay.
And that is one thing that everybody was talking about Enzo Maresca when Caicedo the first 20-15 minutes. It's like a crowd. Yes, the game could have gone anywhere, but only Barca you allow them play, they'll tear you apart. And yesterday, that's what happened to Xabi Alonso, which a young coach. And yeah, Xabi has signed from the Madrid injuries issue, also. They should take their time for Xabi Alonso. And of course, invest in the team for him in the summer. I like something that he said after the game. Said this is the least competitive competition was Spain on man. Okay, it's the Supercopa de España. Yes, a trophy there, but the Copa del Rey is yet to come. The Champions League can come. Of course, the league is still up there for both teams. Although it's not casting stones, so I'm turning around. I think that's something that they should see. In England, there were FA Cups. Now, Liam Rossenu Kokoshe Charlton Athletic by 5-1.
What about the Granger, Mr.
How did you?
Say, good fellow as I can.
Wakano. Let's say, and I mean, who's
always on Trank.
And I mean, who's trade Rajo. But me and my man is a new few. Because Darren Fletcher by me say quote but I could you touch later.
Tell Kofi in here to focus more on the United game.
Before already have been when you producer at large, because the United game.
I go in a pecking order. Now we imagine a match.
Yeah, match is wrong. When I'm right here, match is just today. Hey, match, Papa. Hey, Seka,
we can yabo have quarter final.
Oh, what's the
I have got semi final.
I'm going to ever come as a that was
T. Every cup match in this
cup. Any patch on a minake. Not ember records of a patch on it. Because only to move on to the next game. And you want to do
is it me bro Manchester United.
Now back to the 2-1 bar.
2-19. United in serious. So anything sometimes I may catch them say.
Yeah.
And I support is Ninya Butre. A project no more yeah. I want Nyabutra project ni adeno. Yana me catch them say I disagree with you people. And the consider Ben United and quiet project ye be ye.
See, you are getting certain things wrong.
Post if I give you the one kind of project ye dey you. The BI United ye project.
Which
project dey go fi so tie
yeah.
And so you be say project e be so aba.
Yeah.
Be say United project be.
But it means sometimes the
decisions.
Exactly, because yes, you need to some numbers but sacking in the middle of the season without a plan. Questionable. You don't sack Amorim now.
Coach, I coach
I feel now about the interviews. Carrick interim. Kakra could see end of the season. It was a rich. Carrick met me about. You about the engineers from your maneuver Biana United and the 5th. Who was okay, fine, and people begin to say it's okay, and yes, Moma Carrick into them Kakrama, then Carrick could do another season. Then you see that with time, Carrick is not good enough. Then you are repeating the cycle. That is my problem with United. You go with interim and you want to obey. It was a from that end the season. Carrick could come and get to C7th. The United fans say, okay, you can cry to Basia Mano, then Una Fasansu Bogu.
For me, and your bright Roma share any problem because Brighton is almost there.
Which will probably
Brighton share 4-0 in the other.
Yeah.
And yeah, but you see, indecisions in the door.
Yeah.
As a higher club, I am sure that you left you. You're right. And then the BR, the BC in Biania, and a project back, we be some kakra.
Yeah.
Yes, a dear, yeah, near a father before, near Sabu. You won't be
too much.
And then the problem, and you're Brighton, every club, I mean, I don't know which shots are surprises.
Yeah. Yeah, the third round need a definitely these things down
to me, said I never is about. I can't so I'm managing club and a problem. Now, I'm supposed to say 5.
5.
Oh, really much.
When you're matching, first Chelsea coach after Sarah winning the first match. And I was it too early.
That is Basaya Okobui.
Number one, Chelsea won say that. And was 5-1. They are saying they won't
yeah, Bob Brighton.
See, yeah, we never seen them in Peru.
Who be a Bob Brighton?
Do you see when you now, you're working? No, be the no that if you now the can answer.
I'll show you boating, man.
And no found. Oh, she had Grimsby, or say Grimsby was a 1-1
Grimsby.
Or shall we move him? On the switch.
Penalties.
No,
penalties will be a game.
Then they say 5-1 and for penalties. Many problems and Chelsea fans be saying or the tactics Kakrebi we can't will be saying Enzo Maresca tactics near the day. Obi a chef 5-1 near the here but all the near games were and the other for cross and effect.
What you Champions League drama?
The only thing I want to say about the Chelsea game is that the Amazonian is being smart, Rich. Me per the fact that he's not trying to change so many things about Nyobabe 2 or 1. And Onwankasa can say the team is well coached by Enzo Maresca. Jao had to the inversion into the left half space, maybe Joshua Champo, the same things that we're seeing under Maresca. The few differences that we were seeing, and I don't want to waste too much time on it, was just the two pivots now, almost distances, no air shots, and we're in close proximity for a lot of knockabouts and exchanges to be able to escape the press. Many time in the course of the season, I'll try to explain. I like that. And we see Moses Kaiser after the game, I see on the one who say, coach, you say, mentally. And he thinks that that's what they were lacking before. If they're able to get that, and Liam Wilson is able to do that consistently, maybe that is going to be very, very good for them. Antoine Semenyo also got a goal for team friend Manchester City in his debut game for them. Now the AFCON. Maybe I wanted the 2 West African nations to go through.
But I didn't check them out.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Send I had a panel 2 North, 2 South. That's what we got. Which how the disposition of the African Cup of Nations trophy, imagine it here. The highest is still Egypt or that's Cameroon, and I know I just second highest with 5. And also Efrimu, Ghana 4 on car competition, Nigeria with 3 or that's Ivory Coast 2 air out. What it means that there's likely setting a friend Egypt makes it 8 record number, or Nigeria makes it 4 and equal the number of wins Ghana Enya in the African Cup of Nations. Then over the weekend, it was a very, very good round of game. And it means that now in the African Cup of Nations, there were 4 local coaches. All of them. Coach Serena Walid Wegragui, when you talk of Osama, Egypt coach, everybody, Eric Shelley, all of them are Africans from the continent, and it's a very good. I like the Nigerian play. Nigeria were excellent on the Algerians. They put them to the sword. Omomu said they have a lot of quality in terms of the games that they want to play. I mean, we'll wrap up our African Cup of Nations, and definitely, when you say, as we play the semi-final, very, very interesting. Then you're banning this and commoning in that area. I mean, from just the last few minutes, on the courts and Michelle and Rich, it was a big win for boys, if you can see.
Okay. Greens in the soil.
3 coats.
That's nice.
I think one of them was 15 odds, 9 odds, and almost 8 or so.
You know, boys are first car.
Hey, I'm first car. I will be catching him and say, scan on your and or the quack or yard. Next time, we need be my friend. Next time, you're a friend.
So, watch your match. So we know DNA. What they want from Guiadini.
We do next time.
Next time now.
It's rich. The end Monday, the other side, it's UTO Nhyira. Michelle, like I always say, don't miss out. First one, a BW 31 B4A7A9 and the first one. Second one a BW31B496 third one a BW31B493E1 fourth one a BW31B48987 and the last one a BW31B45584. Rich, your boy Radin Pires on to Greens. Okay. And definitely we'll be back much.
All right. Kofi Mayaska, that's a pa pay and some other day our brain 104.5. I 2 minutes in your way, BB fine. Bye. Aha. Eti for to so emfa emam said medical cano 2026 me ye tie for titiru obia ho beka and it is December ha maka chem said this year you buy a lot of education they are finding how to aha enti na e besua de ne aye ho duro na yare bi amfa anto enne ye ne currency company limited omo ene di enupa ya to ni Zahara adiaba ayidwaso na aduro no on say can say ya binzo bi o say na abibiduro fo ndi omunum kase o ene di o me say aduro no papa o ho e masa ade no ento wutirim na nkoye say abibiduro na aka ni nyina no ni nyina enye to bi nanom na wan kasa wadi eye adanse obani akwaba
mejo so pa rich
na bibia boko de
boko pa na so
na me adom me ho ye maduro de betucha mamo
baduma
pa ayadupa
sa
na minshira mo nkoso ana monye mo nsesa mo nsase so mo nkoso ana monye na enya edupa pa enum antiu
rich medase ewo akonya kese a ode amame ewo platform isu na mede encha kese encha pesie esoma atiefuo ani atwefuo nyina ebe metena sese ya no hu se charistic nupa yede abadwa so a ye frɛ no Zahara Mixture, Zahara G capsules, Zahara Man capsules, ana Hindi Herbal Mixture. Ye no imu nkomo, imu adanse, eni mu nkyerɛkyerɛ mu ne yede besom mo. No the phone come ya say, yede ye do a ye frɛ no Zahara Mixture, ene Zahara G capsules, ana ɛhyɛ ase ɛwɔ nkomo twetwen mu. Na sa do we ɛyɛ do a ɔba ene bɛma ene enom. Se uye bema na utiemi atiemi ye bema bi wo ha infections pa anadwen infection bi te se gonorrhea syphilis anase chlamydia ene na betena impempi no eba ne saa etimi ma ne bema no ehi etimi ma ne bema no efon etimi ma ne bema no ensansan bi asabi ehonya nika etigu ne bema no ho prekesen bema bi wo ha enam se wakowura tokro bone mu nti no a wafa innam yade no impempi no or Johnson na obre na or chim ansa na Johnson etimaba ubo se or hwa bo se Johnson so eka ne ntentem bema bi so hwa or hwa bo se enso fita bi man bi afiri ne bema eba se uye bema na uhu sa nyema we won ho na ensansa obema no hu nyina agena boso bema me se enne edro ba ko aba ebeboa bema enne Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules. Sa uyo baso na utie me na white pa ana odepo ene wabetena. Oba bi wo ha eba ne sa etimi ma ensuo bi agugu na asabi ehonya ni kakra etimi suma na himfie ho ebie kakra etimi suma ensansan bi eja no enkeka yanketenkete bi sa uyo ba na utie me na white anasa odepo ene wabetena. Codra store pharmacy shop baby a ton dro Ghana ha bowura ho wo se wo pe Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules sa uyo ba so na wo ho na innam yare hawadwen oba bi wo ho a wafa innam yare bi te se gonorrhea syphilis amana jano Johnson ya yawo sa uyo ba na utie me na Johnson ya yawo ene wa betena me se wa dro ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules sa uyo ba so na wo ho na obu unya mensesa dakru pena atwa oba bi wo ho obu ninsa dakru pena atwa oba bi so ho a 2 years ni onya na mensesa da 1 year ni onya na mensesa da eba ne sa na ohaw pa no nam ewo na wom
sa wo yo ba na utie me na sa wo haw na wo ma Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules no yede eduro no abasa embeboa oba bi so ho oni atenka sa wo yo ba na utie me na oni atenka me se wo eduro ene Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules wodi ane se obekọ drugstore pharmacy shop herbal shop bi aben ba bi eton oduro Ghana ha bia wo se wo pe Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules na sa dro we aye dro won so a ebo dofo bia ono nko obonse te bia wodwale awie no na yese de bibi enenam ne ho no ahokekan kitinkiti bi sa de we aye no for so many years odofo utisa na de bia won ko bibi enenam ho a mesi Zahara mixture no eni Zahara G capsules no ya de aduro no abasa embeboa na sa dro we aye dro won so odofo nubura ahodo ane akeka bom atwetwe mu ahoden ede aye sa uwo ho na uwo weak immune system me pa chesen obi wo ha oye bibi kakra bia na ote so no ono nko ade bia bo se obrententem onante kakra bia bo se ohuna mane de bia na pomden no ewo fam obo se ono nko ade bia e wan ketenkete de bia wonya cold obo se ono nko ade bia infections pa hanadwen ene na betena o treat eko na ba odofo utisa ene me say edura aba ebeboa wo ebe boost immune system no ama wo pomoden na akonanim ene Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules odofo bi so ho a osa ene na betena me say aduane ntoniyem a na ohuna mane na oteso aduane so toniyem so a na obobna na amanehunu pa no namu ubonsa ne boa no nyina ehhye no nemfe na chin kasai ubonsa amanehunu pa no ohun odofo quadra store pharmacy shop herbal shop bi aben wo se wo pe Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules osa na asha wo so acha ene obetena no enu ni adura odofo ebeboa die na masi ebia na ukoto aduro no anasa unti bibia se 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 other for friend bibia onti asie bia ne bekyerɛkyerɛ mu na yɛbɛkɔ yɛdɔ yɛfrɛ no Zahara man capsules saa dɔ we yɛdura yade abase yade bo bɛma bia sa woyɛ bɛma na utie me na upɛ memedura no ma ɛmfa nsunsuanso bia ɛnkɔbra wo daakyen upɛ memedura no ma ɛma o body temperature ɛnkɔ so ɛne bɛma mesrɛw choose Zahara man capsules sa woyɛ bɛma na wo weak erection bɛma waduro ɛne Zahara man capsules bɛma bi wo ha ehyem na adwo ɛba ne sa na enumguase ana aka no bɛma me se waduro ɛne Zahara man capsules sa woyɛ bɛma so na sisi yale pa ɛne wabɛtena chenchenche ɛtete bɛma me se Zahara man capsules no ɛne waduro sa woyɛ bɛma so na wo ho na premature ejaculation ɛha wadwen ya to din wa minute bɛma emma ɛtwetwe edi ho fɛw bɛma ɛha dwen papa rich ɛnya yize o
bɛma pa ware wo ba betrefi
ɛnya yize
ne do anyuma wontimi mo ba ne
ni mo adwuma
adan
bɛma bi wo ɛfɛ no ntra wan de bia ne yɛsere no ntra wan bɛma we ntra wan sa woyɛ bɛma na otesa me se ohia Zahara man capsules quadra store pharmacy shop ba bia ton dro Ghana ha wo se wo pɛ Zahara man capsules adafo yɛbɛkɔ yɛdura etwato a yɛfɛ no hindi haba mixture na sa dro we yɛdura yɛde bua dofo bia malaria fever ɛha wadwen obi wo ha da bia nanum ato ontimi endidi enye kama obo se da bia nanum atwefea da bia na aposo na sa gya ni tipaye odofo fa hindi haba mixture na aye waduro odofo bi so ho a ono nko da bia typhoid fever hanadwen ene na betena teten odofo fa hindi haba mixture na aye waduro obi wo ha so ne sugar level no da bia obecheke na ekosoro eba ne sa na adano no ayemhihye odofo mese wo hia hindi haba mixture wo pressure na adano dadwen no ko ba bia to waduro Ghana ha wo se wo pe hindi haba mixture odofo bi so ho adwuma oye na eden ogina ententen eche oye adwuma ogya ho odofo quadra store pharmacy shop herbal shop bi aben wo se wo pe hindi herbal mixture enu ni adura ebeboa wo odafo charge numbers ni biem 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 odafo me de ma no ba wie no da bia meka me say rich bambo atrema eye chen ayaresaba kitima etodofo mentena ha emma yare no emma wonyamobo ansa no wato no mo ape karisiki nupa ye de beja so ye fe no Zahara mixture eni Zahara G capsules a wo no ma ode mixture no ebe mini G capsules na ebe bo abusi immune system no aside to infection bi ase eni Zahara man capsules a ebo ba ma bi a waye mra ye twetwe no efe no 1 minute be ma eni hindi haba mixture phobia, malaria fever, typhoid fever, high blood pressure, any diabetes, any nabetana. Ya nu pay, ya top pete Ghana ha, be a ton drobia, set a pharmacy shop, herbal shop, licensed chemical shop. Other for Michelle Bossa Uto Donibia, Obaya dance ye, no akasha current stick, a drono aye, papa, okay. As a rich.
And the Obian Kotobi, and no ya drink. I don't know, see how Kota and the born for fufu. Sir, but I want to know my area can say, Nedo to her. Sabeno ube bokam pimpim.
Yes, sir.
And tron do that stage.
Yes, sir.
Sabena no madonibi. Na emema ni titru kwado bia nkotobi. Na busa bema ni busa bema ni na no. Yenyi emfem free system. Ti yadama se currency for yamishamo pa. Hake enti adupa no wedwa so your friend Zahara odi okwa. Na to bi na onso etimi anoma bibia no. Aye kama edi amama yento adwumade ni so nshawo 4.5 Monday edition, and I love messages. I'm here. Say, Richardo, you are talking about Charlton. Charlton is from the championship. What of Grimsby? Grimsby grad. I'm not know say Division 4 say, and we a D in Frimo. Obinzu say, stinginess and Eku Manchester United Pepe. Manchester is stingy, sir. I don't think they are stingy. Maybe I enter the right materials because players they are fear to you. Now you grab Benjamin Sesko return say, maybe I enter the right materials in Tina. I'm on the bus anyway. Ayala, good morning.
Good morning.
Now to say,
you're out of my way,
weekend actions in the net dorsal from the Spanish Super Cup, AFCON, FA Cup. Maybe I want to so the chassis the Fribiana.
The last time problem, I think we are having the same problem.
Oh, what's your problem? Our board no so.
Screen but the icons never say show and show. Until they will let me sit down. You are up here, young cock.
Omena.
I could call the Shabu Kumako. Yes, the home said the last El Clasico boy, Real Madrid won 2-1. But okay, I think so we never.
About okay, anyway. Koina intro Medina in Shawazo 4.5. Ayala corner. Okay, I'm saying there. I see the NT. And to us in free board so.
Okay, good. Now make a say the last El Clasico boy was in the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid eshed Barcelona by 2-1. But which is a game with the Bibi catcher said no. Barcelona dominance no munya Real Madrid is no. If Barcelona no players in the back, they will beat Real Madrid again. And then is CM. Now, how to put the recent dominance of Barcelona in terms of discussing it from Real Madrid perspective, because say a coach Tamana Kala Ancelotti And your man said, I'm queen. Now, Xavi Alonso Naba. And Ushe no game now. It seems that Barca are also comfortable playing Real Madrid and Xavi Alonso. About players now, almost a camera Real Madrid now. You can't change much from the Real Madrid team. Anyway, I saw something. Now, this was Barcelona team or the area game. So, on the tactical board. That is what you get. A typical has a flick away and I can say, Obama 4-3-3. You have problems. Good. 4-3-3. Into Obo 1 Garcia. Ne back four of Kunde Bade, Eric Garcia and Kubasi. Ne fifi of Frankie de Jong, Pedri Femi Lopez. And Obo Lamine Yamal, Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski. Now, Saúde Real Madrid here now. On paper, you may think so. This is a Real Madrid team also trying to play in a 4-3-3. And that's I have Federico Valverde able to Asensio, any Dinhausen, and about 4 and 5. Alvaro Carreras, then Oben Fifia, Chiomani, Camavinga, Jude Bellingham, then Enimuho of Rodrigo, Gonzalo, and Vinicius Jr. But just as Fifi was saying, you started a game, no? And I mean, he said, no. And yes, I know Real Madrid able. Name Real Madrid able Chiomani moving from the number 6 position about 5 with Dinhausen and the one pushy Abantia Efreno Raul Asensio echo right back. Then in comes in the middle with Camavinga, Real Madrid, or more captain in Abantia Efreno Federico Valverde in this position. Senameya Rodrigo Betini Akonenim with Gonzalo and Vinicius Jr. Now, you see, I think it's a Sadiana Xavi Alonso here now. Without your money, Real Madrid lack a certain presence in Vivio. And Camavinga Nkwa as a DM, Camavinga only DM. Camavinga is especially a box-to-box player. He wants to move, and he only the awareness to stay as a DM.
I know.
And which people DM. That is why I told the young for and a Casemiro mo at a point in time. Player be said John Mikel Obimo and I'm put back pass or me too cautious. Look, DM only awareness I won't be more. If you don't have awareness, won't be more. So everyone say, oh, send a game you can play. And when the man Camavinga, and yet your ideal defensive midfielder, but your money is he doesn't move the brain. He studies and read the game intelligently and makes sure say he's always at the right place. Now, say whether Chiomani Camavinga, look, if Barcelona comes in a game with Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Femi Lopez or more former, which there's little you can do about Omo dominance in a game. They will dominate. And Hansi Flick Bayern. Sabi na hold that, but what to me Sabi issue of look Bade a woman say Obo as a left back, but Dawanima never Gina baby said the Obo wings no. Say the we can have Abantia Efeno, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Femi Lopez, and still be able to bring in Abantia Efeno Rafinha inside because of Bade the position now. And Obo 11. He is always on this line, the center line. What trying with now and Obo game no. And what that will mean, and say, it makes Abantia a friend of Kunde, and you're very, very careful when to join the attack and when to stay for Barcelona 3 back transitions now or more airborne. And see, you could clearly see, say, Barcelona will have more numbers on 51 because of Rafinha. The inside now, Oba, number the MBM wide, our Barcelona left hand side on. And say, Rafinha, you're going 51. It gives Barcelona a lot of options. Rich. More options. More players of winning ball puta. More players of winning ball pass. More players are in tight situations. More team maneuver. Then they leave Lamine Yamal so wide. Ginawanum. Rafinha back inside. You don't come inside. And the people will be more. Say the say everybody for them say everybody will feel baby. Now only when you said they will push and come and suffocate us. You have an outlet. Omuba bebre na omuba so see e baby na home ya o won e make am first it's all right. But so so mu kutabo na say everybody for the pull next na omu tin find omu striker no one put you no one ball na Lamine Yamal. Now only ball ni Lamine, which the first thing I say he calms the ball down because Obiari said it is not wise. Say Uber rush and go and tackle Lamine over the tune. And so you need to, as I will stay careful with him. So first touch now the carry ball. It brings a lot to my friend Barcelona. The last time I was telling you, say Jeremy Doku, a year before Man City. Bonan ISCC with the former. Because Obiari is open corner so about unity. The team was slow down and Sana what General will be defending against him. Sao slow down all it a forced Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Rafinha Mo, and Femi Lopez Mo, and after than the Omo to also as Ojema and then find their positions on the pitch. Very, very crucial. Which in some way people will not understand. It takes time. You are feeling a fit or back to Barcelona team. Who Barcelona team design?
The Barca are you I think he is a review.
So
I think my JD the reason I now cast him best player.
That's him.
As I rent.
Do you mind? And you're on the ball. Wow.
How the ball comes.
So I feel a team. Which you can feel the intensity. I said, look, the energy you buy for the team. Be out for no fire. We don't forget about that. But Obiari said, Rafinha will give you pressing. But the body man will be 2 Mika. One break one of the body 2 Mika. And the one practice, it kicks everybody with him. It is all Hannah. What's a Charlie? Bona Rafinha born in aggression or the Parkinson. Mean to me, Nhyira. He is the star of this team. Whether you like it or not, he is. And at the end of Rafinha on which Mimi say oh deserve more mentioning and say most of the time player or my team some kind of energy vibes on which I am in time will do because only members on check or assist but only way do money but with Rafinha or yes I mean and still give you numbers or goals now or no assist no. We are just hope say this Barcelona team will keep on winning trophies. Then one day the Oyama team will be recognized. Ballon d'Or podium, FIFA best podium. His name will be mentioned. For him to be aware, say, again, that is why last season a lot of stars were disappointed. You know, Rafinha, you do a podium.
Barca man for to say. You blame Mamma Barcelona for no. Whereas I'm projecting Lamine Yamal and chain or no, a brand.
Of course, you can approach that kind of blame, no. But which, whether projection or not, say Barcelona I'm going to talk about it now. Okay. You don't want to talk about it this way. You're going to talk Barcelona no more hype Lamine Yamal. You are who good game maybe now. Also, you're captain of the team, and I a coach, and I journalist. You are who should go this way. Don't you see? And I am in the same. The impact is being felt now. When he was absent, you could see the Barcelona. When Rafinha Bayern, you could clearly see the Barcelona team. Which Super Copa the and said I had traffic but our Classico the Ketubi and you know Urinia not one fan sa our honum. Saturday about program not already in Senegal I qualify, Morocco I qualify. But the minimum was the other two. Na ebe Nigeria and I say Egypt. And I say it could be Algeria or Ivory Coast. Now rich Monday really into 4 and 30. Nigeria for the year. Algeria for now.
That's on more border.
You see which?
Total dominant.
So Nigeria for me food of Onyeka, Ndidi, Iwobi. I think that they complement each other very, very well. We say indeed your experience. Until a bone 6 in the camera, very calm. On the African game or a senior. Onyeka gives you work ethics. Say, Ejuma Funi, you know, by Yamal. Until look indeed, Gina, conduct us, organizing. Me, no kwaba. When you catch him said, "No, you couldn't, you got shit, say only you said, Jumana, and it will be a lot of space anytime to think on the ball. Sure, Rich, this Afghanistan, most of Nigeria goes for Marseille, whether direct assist or play assist has come from Iwobi. The show games in here. It is because there is indeed Onyeka behind him. I'm an injury class or me defend it. Really, I say, give me a question. Standing where the spaces are. Never pass the show. If I'm a now, I was so disappointed in Besebani. For the first goal that Nigeria look, Rich, Victor Osimhen, say only in the park or strike against Utima. And money quite that and young possible and then I'll free. Don't do that. So, yes, sir. You are shooting yourself in the same foot. When you come across, you feel like back in the mobile. Oh, see them all alone. Over simple. Over anyone. I say,
well, that time, keep an himself who bends the band, you know.
Who bend
and to defend.
You need to defend. But
if you any bounds, no head.
So, cross in the young year. In my books, I will see in general. No way on our momentum. You know, second one, anything more. So the way he won't be finding Osimhen. And I think he said Osimhen character ABCV or they have for him. Character selfishness. Who said most of the time Obiang Osimhen is selfish. Little did they know say after Osimhen passing, he will set it up. Now Nigeria and almost second goal. Look, and yet Nigeria goes in Nkwa. They dominating game now. Nigeria for who na you game Nigeria rightly reserve sounds like echo many na which only say North Africa the most common country by Algeria and to the way after the game sir and say and only say out of all the Maghreb countries no Algeria dominating Kakra Morocco.
Imagine Zenka, you and Gorgia Murukwa.
Any Kijabeto. And Kijabeto country. And to say, Domiano, either conspiracy theory or not, the winning feel say, Morocco for the 13 human food tournament. But no crime say, on maintenance away any day. The way, no one is energy. Which then comes the Egyptians.
Egypt for no money have come border. Born on move. What a over border. A G born and ye moment in a bar.
Okay, you can't Saturday, we catch you. We catch you say, Look,
what they call ball possession.
Don't underrate. Hold a moment. But we know yesterday in the middle spent war.
Only from but too much.
Now, which only this guy. And now I saw. About Ali. When you say 2 goals are a bad game in my not any from set piece, no. You know to set it up. She was the first person of the Mama mission. And I was so disappointed in a defender this a Kosovo. The Mama was a Rihanna. And you know about that is what Egypt is all about. So we almost set up now. They are set up to defend. And only one offensive midfielder in Enama show. Ato Salah and Mamusechi. They are only waiting for their movement. I saw in the border. Only teasing the runs and the movements of Marmouche and Salah. So TV here, those players, you know, they are stars on their own self. Someone who pass in here, read them. They can punish anything on the African continent. And that was a very good goal for Marmouche. Ivory Coast not considered one. Look at the second goal. So sloppy. Corner kick. Salah Medina or boy, can look at the poor players Ivory Coast. I mean the physicality of more. You know me, I had some two. A year two, no. What should Ivory Coast players anybody could see, sir? When the two said, there is a gamer, a G and some. Which, sir, Ivory Coast, any Egypt, not a more idea. You know, say one of the strengths they will count on air or physicality. And then when I said 2 goals now, Ivory Coast, we are from set pieces. No more pim, and we are go Mount Mali, no more Bobo and Ashim. But that moment from Mohamed Salah. That is why you take game changers to tournaments.
Oh boy.
Yes, and in our saw too, the planning of the pass was so perfect. Tony pass this year, my Salah. What's the difference? And then what can it? We can have the Panasiana. It's also money a game, a bubble. Now, or shall not. Egypt's qualifying on the car Saturday. They say, now you know your permutations. We were saying, say, okay, we have Senegal from West Africa, we had Morocco from North. Then there were 2 games that involved another West Africans and North for next okay, and which I check the pepe. So now in the semi-finals, you were West Africa in Nigeria against North Africa in Morocco. Then the other semi-finals, West Africa in Senegal against North Africa in Egypt. Now, I don't know what you would prefer. If you see a West African final, Senegal against Nigeria. If you see a North African final, Morocco against Egypt. If you see, okay, for fairness, one West African, one North African. And I mean, some say, with all the permutations, which why not?
Maybe who?
One North, one it's I have for the best.
Egypt best Senegal. Egypt best Senegal. I could find out. Nigeria to be more question.
Sir,
Jebenya Nigeria Egypt final.
Okay, Rich. Before you make your best analysis, say, I no clear. Say you benya one West, one North, and you may try to know.
Okay, and you will go for Senegal, Morocco.
Yes, I think Senegal will beat Egypt.
Okay.
Then Morocco will beat Nigeria. Say, father, but say we are one West.
But not for now. 2 of African teams are more final.
In my candid opinion, I think that baby are Egypt. Okay. Their team is not that strong. But only the more everyone can see any baby Omedrana. Maybe say Omedru. And then one if Egypt are able to beat Senegal.
Okay.
But the Nigeria Morocco game in the rich. 50-50. That's how they know. Africa be the papa.
Okay.
Which money you with? We say Saturday, you know. And I'm a man. Roll over code be. And see, the man roll over code no. The good thing, then say Saturday, no. The roll over code no boy.
Okay. The matter also.
And your code day 2 Sunday and la. And I will over code na sabo beam.
Okay.
Until now, people have around 900 cities.
I don't account to move.
Yes.
Wow.
And they are using it for the 3rd day, which is the last day of the rollover. Maybe I want to start the money how. You can find your money and join on the day 3. Until Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. Until we just one code be the momo if you look roll over the minimum dada. Until and then roll over code no BW31B 0ED97 BW31B 0ED97. We roll over code for day 3. And then go for when so me 3,000.
Okay.
Now say whether we cash out or so the better so wow who started so you are using the pebe 200 bina also start all the na yanko. You can roll over get risk any from any BBNT. One year we have come social media handles now. Sabati me akani na.
My name is for that yemrana yemfe fisam no ento aso na messages kakra bi boss David I say I want Nigeria to win the trophy but it will pain me when they equal with Ghana. Okay.
That is the reason why I don't want Nigeria to win.
One person be equal. Yeah, record no.
Nigeria to win or AFCON titles I actually are rich as you.
I don't know Nigeria. Rangers, I see the Egyptians are not playing anything but winning and progressing. Almost on AFCON. I'm going to be big because I know they who Rich, you born on the I would think I'm no baby. May cut this particular.
Oh yes.
From home first game. Sound on game. What a bubble. I take a moment. No, you are from no Omuko. James in the info the intro to say I would be glad to see Senegal Nigeria in the final. Any of them can win. All I need is a trophy to stay in West Africa. Okay. And also the Ghana Premier League this weekend. You rem our Monday 18 and now week 18. Now saying a result non so koko ye Asante Kotoko nra. Amote Baba Stadium and Bekum Chelsea before this game kind. Say Osha baby at Chelsea for no more than last but one. League table no so end. Some bodu any Chelsea to ombe try be bia say ombe free air relegation bon kanim. And it omani Asante Kotoko bako to be and Jimmy and Shebi ewo. How United and so tenefi House of Folk let go. Mauli wayo na enough at the House of Folk epic the 3 maximum points. Editia team from so United. The other games in the Mediama Shamians and Young Apostles and Timantiafi Mediama Chess League no on Pesomoji. Edian and so tenefi Omashemi no Macarilla take Cano back with Samatex and division game na Pae Obi and Jimmy and Shebi Bechem. Ashe Ghost as a Kabakwa among so anti and Dream Subsea, Ashamiansa, Lions, pan out of Lions, but you for the team, I don't know. The Akoso, Amonsu Kolusu, 3-0, Editia, Dreams, and All Blacks, any nations above 1-1. Friday, no, na, Yenya 11 on the Swasheminu, Ama Basake Holy Stars, anti Ekano. Na Kumasi game, no, your point, no. In fact, then Yasep Kitokra, Yen Chassie. From coach I feel say Kaim Zito I say a ban saying and Asante Kotoko to me and she also already Yamian Queenie. Why disappointed by I want him ranting him?
I'm disappointed in my boys because all this week I wish you were there. We did a lot of finishing. Unfortunately, they were not focused. So serious, I still don't buy this result. Seriously, I don't buy this result. But it will not disappoint me that I should stop fighting. We have 17 matches. We've played one and then left with 16. So I don't want to talk much. It has happened. So we have to go back and then make sure we go to win away games and then make amendments. So seriously, I'm disappointed, but we are fighting. I said from 1 to 5th, anybody can win the league, and that doesn't mean you will not lose, but not at home. It's very disappointing when you lose at home than you lose in away games. So seriously, I'm not happy to.
Okay, eti your point game you no kan zito sinya mienu kwani ne raho. Na we disappointed pa because also obia oba training grounds before mbabo Chelsea game we ehun. Say training grounds ade and on trauma e come be fast one be go. Na on the day na hwe kotoko chances a mo bogu a ose amana han pa but still na no enye over yet sa Asante Koronto no ebetimi age a league no ade asuom na so league atwede no a from the first team out that's raw ebepim fit obi abetumi age league no ama to etimi yintine still na no one nem rante no be fight hard na amonso etimi age league no de asuom na so na owie na no na sa be na supporters na bonija na before you betie air comes to reaction and I say kwanya of us so on so react to air supporters and yentie supporters no and a section of them your point game you know I'm say comes to I think
to yam pano omo mani ko onye phone obi a yakoto player yakoto player wa obobo 50 amale number 3 pura and go for the defending we go for number 6 yakoto number 4 wo be yedai abra number 3 team carry me to Chelsea for one best player omo count yakoto and by one team si onye number 3 na cover 3 wo ye good wo bri dia wo ye all players no omo na say pam no omo na jeje ne so de ne ba ye omo pam kan anya say abo so de abo si ambra park ne ne ye nim de ri sika ya so baba park ya why the baba park so baba
Manesca Chelsea, I didn't know about 1 year. So good, Japono, Kotokoya big team, Kotokoya by Yagana, Kotokoya big team, and yes, Yapamobi, and Yasha. Kotoko players will be, they won't see a coach inside, but players will be on top players, and Kotoko. So it's been a minute, the mechanic say, supporters in a say, charge here, why am I management to be Pamo, Kalim Zuta? Now they are training grounds. And then Yabo, a Chamande, you're ready and up in combat. On by Boy, trauma, Kalim Zuta for so she can be. What's up?
And after the game, a section of Asante Kroko fans are and for Din Komono, and now I'm say, fortunately, now no yemfa and got to the doorsteps of a coach Karim Zitu. I'm so young, they were born, papa, ayala. I'm say management, you know, and intimate Pamno.
Okay, unse midweek.
And woman can find out.
Na FA Cup. Inti supporters here almost say bebre na mehwebi. But Rich, me am ko share Kotoko against Kingfisher. Na enu anso na me was stadium. Kotoko against Brekum Chelsea no. No can say difference be enim.
Ano
born on my boy no. It was the same thing. Na metise coach Karim Jito ka say obi oba da ko jaachi bia no ebedi adanse se ni train no ye kwan a onbeba so de ball ne beto atenam. But Rich, that is not Kotoko's problem. No. Kotoko's problem is how to create chances.
And then shadow.
Oh. Rich, create the chances. Clear cut chances.
Nisha beba.
Goes in beba. Dear Kotoko shebe chim says no. And then all of a sudden, Kotoko fast strikers free baby the best goes.
No.
They were the quality of the chances. The chances were so quality, say, adding for you to even miss, even it's a uniform bar. Rich, the American goes say, Oko Kotoko gamer. You clearly know, say, Kotoko's biggest problem is to how to work the ball and create chance. Omo patterns the same. Why not? Ya chire omo baby omo nyina. Why na ode ball na emano? Why na all turning? Why na all question space be mu? Kotoko's transition is non-existence. And no against Brekum Chelsea. Mediatum me stadium be 15 minutes late. Rich, from time I me cutting on some hebo ni bi. I come see a point. The only
chance Kotoko could create was Saka down that Bobia or boy Kwame Poku and Fleke Yabo on the top. That is the only chance Kotoko created.
And the head then I came to say, we're disappointed in the boys and because training grounds, you know, or Trom come fast.
Say, then Karim Zito don't understand Kotoko's problem. Kotoko problem in your choir of us on Beshego, no. Kotoko problem, choir of us, they will create chances, quality chances. Who create chances now? Ebeto Kwampoku enim, Ebeto Morfin Donsu, Ebeto Hube Jijeu, Ebeto Pitamidu Akwa Manima, they will score. If the chance is quality, they will score. Anytime my reference say, Kotoko played against Bechem, they score 6. I'm going to play for the Mobos game. No? They're the same players. But go and watch that game. The quality of Kotoko chances they were creating. Actually, every 4 minutes, Kotoko were creating chances against Bechem. And to go for players in Fibia because of the quality of the play, no, any chances in Intino, or be able to go to the name in the right place at the right time, the person will score. Rich, Kotoko need to find a coach. Or better, more creative chances.
I can't do it.
No. Karim Zito, why enjoy honeymoon or Kotoko too much? Unse Oyaya dear. Legend,
former player,
and he's a likable person. And people are not able to tell him hard truths, especially from the media. And unim adia ebiti Karim Zito. Rich Oba Kotokono, sa oko post-match press conference na oko two producers no wa o show manimua na eyene say ase in some short form wa beto mu say no. Some Nemabi, and he addresses them as such. As on any maybe near Dinkomo. I am in the real say voices now recorders abatuano. They are recording it and it will be played to the people. And you're almost mujina. Go busa and say game no more resource no ebe man pressure now was you and say utifie na say where nya ko homa area. And you get those answers. It's as if say, as on any maybe next. No. Voice, no, you are recording it to come and play to your supporters. So say what you want to say to them. Yeah, we are just the means. Yeah, question na you no. Yeah, elicit answers from you to go and tell your supporters, say no coach in Eka. Rich.
He's not the man.
No. The Kotoko players will take some blame. Yeah, me sure born is na me say. Eto de bi on. Rich players beat me ama empanyinfo. Obaka so me ya dapafo. But nyomwa. Rich Ubo bofa kwata no. Obi se Saka Dauda. Ubo Kimfesa se Baba Mahama. Ubo Olympus se Emmanuel Jemfi. The moment a Kotoko ebe tisika akoto aba Kotoko no. Rich, do you know what it means? It means you have shown a certain potential. Our smaller club. Now, some potential no. A big club and who say they can mature it. The difference between say Kotoko game, they are also who from Kotoko player. Any the other smaller team player, maturity. I was a Kotoko player, no. Etimi so calm, so composed, and exhibit maturity on the ball. And the moment who said, say, Yabu Boni, we are. Yabu says, Kotoko, ni brekum chance ne boya. Yabu Boni, we are. Makotoko player, ni team ko brekum chance player ne ho. Every God of brekum chance ne buy. No, Makanchen say, and maybe a term I was young at say, wow.
I say there.
Now more potential to say wow, you will get there. And my akrono mo bekum chance no ko to play say bono asie nyina ne but we senior. Oh, we bono abutre wom like a dream be but Rich pimpe na. You don't see the difference between a Kotoko player and a bekum chance player. But ye be I'm a Kotoko apomu players as a Kotoko bekum chance players number Kotoko.
So what is it? Yet you wedding biasia na ye hwe house any ho match no e wo your phone so. And I pull back at me say ho phone. They don't really have experience in the league. So only big club bar. You don't allow the game to stretch, they will beat you 1-0. Rich Nanu and C. Mauli Wayo in the 90th minute. Born out any house boy. It was always going to result in one win. So house ball feel no one sharing them. Now my game near din don. Rich and the memo much say oh yeah penny. And that is what House did. The only thing they say still and yet a convincing House of Folk. But you don't allow games to stretch like that. And that is what Mauli Wayo did. It's good. It's good for them. Look in the same media, Majo.
It's almost be 5 points.
Look, and they are too good.
Oh, do you want to share?
Yeah.
Last minute, 92nd minute. I was trying to follow the game keenly. 1-1. I'm saying, "Kai, the draw back, draw back."
Come on, go share first goal.
92nd minute, Zemuze Diana for Ashego. But I like the fact that Diana for no. Omubo fear, anything. And so Oshe gave me you could tell us a new Yamadu team no. Almost away from home. One goal in there, they will not allow you to come and win the game from them. But it was a very good performance from Mediana. I think that Mediana might give Mediana a run for their money. Our league in him. Which I say, I know, Pena, me BBC, I Besake coach.
Kamzito.
Yeah, Kamzito.
I mean, Mati.
Yeah,
so
this morning.
Mati Biza.
One shot by close of the day. Either say maybe it won't be a full sake, you'll be a sign to a technical
we are coach here. We are Sako. I haven't you sack you from the job. If sack you from the head coach,
you only the head coach.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you are sacking from your
portfolio and good. Okay.
I'm out of different position. But coach need I mean, just speculations here because we'll see if that's going to be.
And so supported and say management now, Pamana.
I'm not going to say it anymore.
But I won't be a man, but no, no, come to Uzro. What do the right thing.
But Kotokasaki coaches Bebrinas. I mean, almost every now and then. Coaches come and go.
What's many more pink shirts for 2 hours? I'm boy as it too boy dear. It's like a Ogum command. It's like at least at least Ogum dear. He was a teacher. And you could see him teach and
young Pamuno. I feel the more great and go for Ogum baby.
You see, a Drew baby, and it's a Kotoko management, 80 supporters to an extent. I mean, can't say, you see, supporters near the but and you be biasuna. And you be anything in parliament, because you representatives are representing. Because you can't see any know them. So for you come constituency, you know, won't mean take a decision. Sometimes we need to also eschew that.
But you yes,
and I'm running China. You better also.
Ukani team.
Ma crab betro.
And a chero.
Ma when you say betro, ma the betro.
Say if you are in a day responsibility now. If you are discharging your discretions in the right way. Nobody will come and suggest be at your but some park and so. No one not to car. Yes, you are top players, your new players, he can on the film. Oh, like why a BB and no man go here. They will come and attack your choice of a coach. And they will start suggesting, let me see a new rich. Meaning Uber Stadium. No. And no, your pong game. Everybody was disappointed. The disappointment in the faces of Nkofono. I've seen Kotoko lose, draw. People were so disappointed. People were so disappointed. I saw the level of disappointment was too much.
Muti Kote Kumdiase at the Abedan say, in fact, I didn't do honor. I'm the Abedan say easy for Musremo. For the past bear 1 month, doom so naba dum so naba 1 month o acha 20 minutes so dum light no
no masaso
no masaso
no masadum no
ama mo niam na esesei ene ade nto mo sra mo photo kro na bia na ma adwen na ma so a akofia on onso ho sa ho oh okay
so fit
hona enti kote twum di ase D&D side ho no omo se ECG for mo sra mo se bia aye fault bi na ma adwen e ma so a omo kai mo say the rate at which kania na edum no too much enti mo he na mo nya ho bibi emfa mo say every 20 minutes 10 minutes ya na omo edum aye kania ntie sra mo ECG mo nko na mo nya bibi emfa ho emma omo pamchao ye ba sisi ana ya to so
Amuzu garlic bitters ma moja di afru sani ye blood pressure any cholesterol
do you know why you feel
and I who is it
moya fantastic
pure
so say dear we in charge why you feel one kasa Lawson the layman capsules amma usisi no kotoje ma ye den na bu adwuma so a wo kyanka sankasa nana wo niyo
so Lawson Lotte Mr. and let's see you amma ususo what if you what you fit to come so I say for se me bura honam si me dia se mo a me mu atantia Lawson Lotte Mr.
Lawson the layman capsules
mo yo bem
mo ya nana Lawson Law Care Mixture.
Lawson Delay Man Capsules.
Do you know why you feel?
Delay Man Capsules. A man made in fear do what they cronkwan and a Law Care Mixture. So a pay for a ma woman no for anyone I want in fear do what train song can. FD Ashisha sa a jadi and crato you aja to Musa a ye.
And I who is it?
Moya fantastic
pure
so say dear we in charge why you feel one kasa Lawson the layman capsules amma usisi no kotoje ma ye den na bu adwuma so a wo kyanka sankasa nana wo niyo
so Lawson Lotte Mr. and let's see you amma ususo what if you what you fit to come so I say for se me bura honam si me dia se mo a me mu atantia Lawson Lotte Mr.
Lawson the layman capsules
mo yo bem
mo ya nana Lawson Law Care Mixture.
Lawson Delay Man Capsules.
Do you know why you feel?
Delay Man Capsules. A man made in fear do what they cronkwan and a Law Care Mixture. So a pay for a ma woman no for anyone I want in fear do what train song can. FD Ashisha sa a jadi and crato you aja to Musa a ye.
And I who is it?
Moya fantastic
pure
so say dear we in charge why you feel one kasa Lawson the layman capsules amma usisi no kotoje ma ye den na bu adwuma so a wo kyanka sankasa nana wo niyo
so Lawson Lotte Mr. and let's see you amma ususo what if you what you fit to come so I say for se me bura honam si me dia se mo a me mu atantia Lawson Lotte Mr.
Lawson the layman capsules
mo yo bem
mo ya nana Lawson Law Care Mixture.
Lawson Delay Man Capsules.
Do you know why you feel?
Delay Man Capsules. A man made in fear do what they cronkwan and a Law Care Mixture. So a pay for a ma woman no
fully behind the team. They become tally, and this year no team can stop them. Okay, we saying and this message at the Rams Ayala cracker say medium idea. Anytime the people of Takwa team no
they've created
a community
and a very
important support by my team now. We are very deadly.
Yeah, BBO football me are Rachel Mobi. Okay. 2026 CDM show. A film resenting near what person be too coin. Ebia opeso ko na uko business uko cranioma uko meeting manufacturers and then kofa abu bukata kofa kran chira kwan ni yi when na uko see so e ade ben na opese odi mu dwa no and say ade krona and e hemfa na also to kwan ne ko a business advice uko meeting manufacturers uko meeting business partners bomba stores and e bitimi edwako edwaba
na business no astarte na tumpon eye uye school ni wo so tukwan na ko sua de ana wanya usika ana pese ko vacation ko lecture ko a ko jiwa home e wa kontu mu ana eye bomba stores ene de obeko se who apply for visa na mu nim bia wo mu no enhye da ni soro ti wo pe company bia betimi aboa wo na watimi enya visa se wo visa dada na mu me wo so twa plane ticket na wo de tukwan and our flight no unse onye expecting ti so and our pe company bia na twa flight se na bia benya defo na obenya good deals what tukwan mpo awie wonya obibia na mu hotel a obeda bookings a obeye hotel no na ya odadwe fa ni nyina ebedom bomba stores open car rentals open guided tour bibia mabosu bia no bomba stores expert ewo mu na de nti ameka sa ne se unse ebu a we student obeso okosua de anasa okoye intent anasa obeso okoye adwuma ewa monone a eya na nye companies ni nyina ana ye inform you mumpo se opportunities so ho nti ye wade a ye friend verified job officer countries na nkasa de beto abonti so uba ha de a ye pe plumbers uba ha ye pe we sa de no bomba stores omo ye registered job offer agent ye inform you mo na ye mo mutumi se omo fa nkofo entu kwan emeye se adwuma no university se wo wiase nyina no omo ade omo fa no university placement agents a omo no omo e ka che omo so ye university aye courses we wa ha ye pe student ebi wo kwa scholarship da so ebi wa scholarship na so these are the requirements ye here bomba stores ebe boaw global visa assist bomba stores e ka hu bia ometimi aboaw enti aye akwantuo dia mesrew fa ho ekodon bomba stores na omuntimi emmoaw obatek eja eco center road heya bomba stores ewo ho